Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad. And I feel very proud to be his son.
I was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Truth Nation, stand up and tap in. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Psst, we bought that action. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
Did you ever think that you would be in this position right now where your daughter would have some way lose her life?
I didn't want to believe it. All the times I called, sometimes the phone would ring and ring and ring for days. I didn't want to know that she had successfully committed suicide.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we're staying in our cell. We get fed in our cells. We don't come out our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. Like, they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Yam, pam, jam.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, wow.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Speak up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering, awesome. Where's Tory? Like,
tell Tony, all aboard. It's okay to jump on the love train.
I'm not jumping on the love train.
We might got a couple seats left. left.
Listen, he ain't going to be, Jordan Love will not be the starter in 5 years.
Trash. That's a trash.
That's just my take.
Now you're trying to string it out.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Well, I'll need some apologies from the staff of 101.7.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. I think the line's messing up. Hey, Eddie. Oh, I guess something happened with Eddie.
Up, boy. And they have an agenda, and the agenda is a satanic one. I don't know why people don't talk about it. You can't talk.
Yo. They is empty.
I want to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cups. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action.
And I'm but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's Thursday.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Thank you for joining me this May 29th, 2025. We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Now, yesterday it was kind of rough outside. But today's beautiful, DJ Brother Z. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Salute to everybody in the chat. Kawanda, not really a city girl. Sincere, Ronnie Ray, real. Salute to everybody that's in the chat. I'll say this. Y'all better take advantage of these nice days. Because we ain't getting too many, DJ Brother Z. And I see a lot of people stressed out. Because, you know, when the weather ain't good, and then all of a sudden you can't get outside. And I came up with a list. If you got one day, you got one beautiful day, what can you do when it's nice out? Like, let's say tomorrow they say it might be raining again. Like, we ain't getting them back to back to back. But I came up with a list on 10 things to do when the weather is nice for one day. Like, something you can do when you get outside. One is, I guess you can actually go in those trails. They got these nature trails at these parks. I think Estabrook has a good trail. I've been in the Estabrook Trail, and there's other parks that people just take me to. And they got these little trails you can walk through. I would go on those nature trails. I mean, if it's nice out today, and if you ain't, got nothing really planned, you can go on a nature trail. DJ Brother Z, have you ever been on one of these nature trails?
No.
You ain't never walked in one of these parks nature trail? All I'm saying is it's beautiful if you got the time. Hit up the nature trail. Also, you can have a picnic. That's old school though. That's a picnic. That's when you get the basket, get some food out there, go by the lake, get in the grass, soak up the sun, get by the water, have a little picnic. Number 3, go for a bike ride. Get on a bike. When was the last time you got on a bike, DJ Brother Z?
When was the last time what?
You got on a bike.
I don't own a bike. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's almost a lost art. People forget we can ride bikes. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I used to get the coupon clippings. You know, the coupon people used to send the clippings, and there used to be a store all the time. I ain't gonna say the name because I ain't gonna say their name because I don't even know if they even exist no more. Woolworth. Okay, I'll say it. Woolworth then, because I know it. I don't think they exist no more, but I think it was Woolworth. I don't know. I don't even know if Woolworth. I think it was Woolworth, but they used to have the cheap bikes. The bikes used to be the cheap bikes with the kit frames, and it used to be like $50. $50 for the bike, and I used to always, every time the coupons would come, I would show grandmama the $50 bike, or the bike was on sale. I wanted to ride a bike, but you can get out, ride the bikes. Matter of fact, they got the bikes now downtown where you can ride the bike per minute. You can get it like how you get the Lime scooter. You can get that bike. Play outdoor games. Remember when the family used to get together? Well, I don't know how y'all family was constructed. But my family used to get together, and my Aunt Betty and my Uncle James used to get the wiffle ball. It was like tennis, but it was called wiffle ball, and we would get out there and play wiffle ball out in the backyard. Gather the family for games like soccer, frisbee, play a little volleyball. This is the stuff to do on a nice day. This is my list when you get one day. Because whoever playing with the weather button in the city, we're going to have to go see about them, DJ Brother Z. But I came in and felt good today. I was feeling powerful. I was feeling real powerful. The sun, I get the energy from the sun. And my number 5 is take a walk. Because I like to walk, DJ Brother Z. I didn't walk from here to Washington, D.C. I love to walk. But take a little walk. You ain't got to be as extreme as Tory Lowe. Get out here, take a little walk. Take a little stroll. If y'all in the chat, let me know what y'all do on nice days, what you could do on a nice day. Reg in the chat says, I plan to after I purchase Mace, MACE, ride a nature trail, but I need a boom box or something. Oh yeah, you need to get the bike with the boom box on it. You need to get the bike with the boom box on it, with the music. Well, now they got the Bluetooth now. They got the Bluetooth where now you just, it's thin, it's small. You can do almost anything. You can duct tape the little Bluetooth thing to the handlebars now. If you like eating, you can have a grill out, have a barbecue. And that's what I see most people do on nice days. They get the grill out. It ain't too many nice days, so we get the grill out. I see that all the time. Fire up that grill. It's a good time to cook brats, burgers, get the kids out, get the family out. I like the smell of the grill. That's why I'm happy that my birthday is in July. Because when it's July, you get to smell the barbecue, everybody grilling. You get fireworks. When I got older, I got on boat rides. Kimberly Harris in the chat says, I like to do my yard work. Kimberly likes to do the yard work when it's nice outside. It's just time to get outside. Also, you can go on a photography walk. A photography walk. Now, I'm just learning about photography walks. And you ain't got to be a photographer to go on a photography walk. You can just walk around through nature and take pictures. You can use your phone. You can use your phone and walk through nature, take pictures. You know what I mean? Take pictures of the beauty that's surrounding you. A photography walk. Go by the lake. Go by the river walk. Right here in Milwaukee, they got a nice river walk. Or go somewhere where it's beautiful and just take pictures. It make you feel good, even when you take the pictures, by nature. when you get back home and you look at that, it just, the energy you capture kind of flows into your spirit. When you see pictures, nice pictures of things, you go create your own nice pictures. A lot of y'all ain't got no nice pictures. Y'all on there holding the money to your ear, and you out here, taking pictures of turning up. Nah, take some pictures in nature. Capture yourself under the sun. Hugging a tree like Liz Brown. You know what I mean? Get outside for real. Take your shoes off. Calm down. Calm it down. Relax. Also, if you got kids, it's good to get them outside now because they've been cooped up because the last couple of days been kind of bad. The last couple of days been kind of bad, so get them outside today. It's a beautiful day. Every time you can get a nice day, get them outside, take them to the park. We got beautiful parks. Get the kids outside, stretch their legs. Also, this is important because a lot of people starting to get back to natural foods. A lot of people starting to get back to natural foods, DJ Brother Z. Gardening. Go, maybe try to build a garden. Or like Kimberly said, do some yard work. Get out there and get your hand in the soil. Grow some carrots or some tomatoes or something. DJ Brother Z, have you ever gardened? Have you ever been a gardener? Have you ever planted a garden?
Nah, I don't like getting dirty.
You don't like to stick your hand in the soil?
Nah, nope.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, it's refreshing when you can, when grandma and my grandfather used to, when it got hot out, they used to make a garden. They was from Mississippi. So every time it got hot out, I knew it was getting hot because they would get up and granddaddy would go out there and get the shovel and start digging up the garden. And then I'll go out there and he would, tell me how to make the garden and get the rows straight and, get the mustard greens and all of that and plant all that stuff. And by the midsummer, everybody in the community be trying to come in the backyard trying to take granddaddy's stuff, trying to grab one of the cabbage heads or some of the tomatoes. And granddaddy took great pride. Grandma and granddaddy took great pride in planting a garden, a big garden. Every year. And granddaddy used to, the garden would get bigger and bigger and bigger. But he was from the South. They grew their food, Our ancestors were agriculture type people that would grow. Now y'all got to get it from the store. Ain't no telling what's on it. Maybe, they say you can wash it off. But I say if the fruit grew with the pesticide on it, would the pesticide be a part of the fruit or inside the fruit? Even if you washed it off? If it was growing the whole time with the pesticide on it? Somebody help me understand. Somebody help me understand. Hey, but anyway, that was my list of what to do on a beautiful day like today, because we don't get too many beautiful days in a row. And maybe it's keeping some of the crime down too. I don't know. Maybe the person that's controlling the weather may be on to something. Maybe they know when it's raining and it's less chance of somebody out here doing something crazy. People may have to stay inside if it's raining. But look, when we come back, we gonna get into the show, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments, Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. Go behind the scenes of the Emmy-nominated Giannis documentary. Get the real story of the blockbuster trade for Damian Lillard. Hear the origin of Bucks in 6. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Tired of hearing no from other banks? No to a loan? No to a checking account? Just no? At Brewery Credit Union, they find ways to say yes. Yes to second chances. Yes to rebuilding credit. Yes to helping you save, borrow, and thrive. Work with your credit specialist and move your financial life forward. Brewery Credit Union, Milwaukee's best place to borrow and save. Visit brewerycu.com. That is brewerycu.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
Coming with straight truth.
So how did we get where we are now? How did we get where we are now in relation to affirmative action that people many times really don't understand what the outcome was for affirmative action? We don't understand what the outcome was for DEI, but yet we scream and praise it, but we don't really understand it.
Listen to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Pull me up. Tryna hide from the camera. I ain't going outside today. Couldn't find our tech. So I'm drinking on egg today. I'ma put up my style. We gon' do a drive-by in the rain. I'ma take it to trial. Pray the Lord I beat the case. That man be calling, I don't do no talk. So get the out of my face. Gotta take in a chopper with $100,000 up in the race. You know I ain't sleeping, you know that I'm with it. I shoot him right up in his face. 3 say that I'm tripping, you know that I'm dripping. I'm reckless around today. I just bought a brand new
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Testimony in the trial of Maxwell Anderson has continued today, this May 29th. It included law enforcement and close friends of Sade Robinson. Anderson is accused of killing and dismembering the 19-year-old Sade Robinson. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of this is disturbing. A lot of the content this week is going to be extremely disturbing, and we got to make sure that we check it on our folks this week because of the frequency, the vibration that's out here, the grotesque ideas that's coming and floating through the city right now, through the courthouse with the grotesque actions that took place, that took the life of Sade Robinson. And I've been talking to one of the advocates that deal with the situation, deal with the family. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's one of those situations where you got to just, make sure that you and your family and friends and everybody in the community are definitely showing more empathy toward the way people are acting right now. Because they're absorbing a lot of stress right now in the city. And so what we got to do is make sure that we checking on our peoples. The sad part about it is when they put the post up, check on your people in the city, that's not a good thing. Something happened. So we want to do that before something bad happens. Check on your people right now while they up walking around. It's a nice day. make sure you give them a call or send them a text. Hey, I love you. I appreciate you. Something like that. Put some love in the air right now. But we got video of what's going on at the courthouse with the Maxwell Anderson situation. Let's listen.
Murder trial in Milwaukee. Maxwell Anderson is facing first-degree homicide charges in the death of Sade Robinson. Prosecutors say Anderson killed the 19-year-old after going on a first date with her in April of 2024. The next day, a hiker found Robinson's severed leg at Warnemont Park in Cudahy, and the days and weeks later, more body parts found in both Wisconsin and Illinois. Mallory Anderson joins us live at the Milwaukee County Courthouse complex this morning.
Jaron, this morning for testimony, there's been a mix of different people, a lot of law enforcement who are connected to the investigation in this case. But we've also heard from two of Sade Robinson's friends. One of them is Evelyn Gertz, who does not want to be shown on camera. She took the stand and talked about Robinson's warm personality. She also mentioned how hard it is for her to testify today.
Can you describe Sade's personality?
Very kind, very welcoming, very understanding, very strong, very smart, hardworking. Probably just the strongest, kindest, most charismatic person I've ever met.
Is this hard for you today?
Yes.
Another childhood friend of Robinson's took the stand and talked about how she had called police and sent them screenshots of the Life 360 app. That's something that you're able to track people's locations and kind of find out where they are at any given time. From those screenshots, the officers were able to find her phone and track it to Warnemont Park, which was the last place that it pinged around 4 o'clock in the morning after that first date. So details of that exchange plus Evelyn's exchange are in the website right now. We have a reporter's log where we've been logging everything that's happening in court. Also, we talked to our legal analyst, Dan Adams, who says prosecutors are really busy laying out a timeline of what happened the night that Sade Robinson was killed and beyond.
They're going to continue through, I believe, a chronological method of how this whole crisis unfolded. We started with the finding of the severed leg. Again, we know because this was reported in the media before Sade Robinson's disappearance. They found the leg before it became really a missing person case, before it became a homicide investigation. So it appears that the state is going through this chronology of how this whole crisis was born out.
That was Dan Adams. You can see him talk about this case throughout this week. He's not affiliated with the case, but he joins us live on 12 News this morning at 6:45 every day to help break down each day's developments. So court took a 10-minute break, but it is back in session now. Hannah Hilliard is our reporter in the courtroom right now, and she says that while they were on the record and the jury was out of the room, the prosecution hinted at diving into a search warrant that was executed at Robinson's home. The state is asking to exclude the fact that investigators found THC and 47 suspected meth pills that were never lab tested. The defense really wants this and argues that it's relevant. The judge agreed with the defense, so we will see what comes out of that exchange later this week.
All right, a major development in court this morning. Mallory Anderson there at the courthouse in the court.
Meth. I'll say this. This whole thing is going to be raising eyebrows. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, when that Jeffrey Dahmer situation hit the city, everybody was just distraught that this kind of person was actually living in the neighborhood. Well, here we go again. A monster. Somebody had did something extremely horrible to someone and allegedly during going on a date. And I'm starting to see people in the comments of this story as it spreads on social media, and they show Maxwell Anderson and they're showing Sade Robinson, and I don't like the comments. Don't go in the comments when y'all see this stuff. And I'm talking to the family, I'm talking to the friends of Sade Robinson. Don't get in the comments fighting these folks. Don't do all of that, because that's right now we need our energy and prayers and frequency on a high level right now. And we got to be more concerned. Don't get involved in all that toxic going back and forth. Because I seen it. I deleted a couple people just because I just didn't want that vibe. I just didn't want that vibe surrounding me. You know what I mean? So once again, we have to be mindful of everybody. This is it's a lot of gruesome ideas going on, horrific information. So once again, check on your loved ones today. And this is supposed to be, 2 weeks, they said. So make sure y'all being extra aware of everybody around you, and try to be that positive energy right now and encouraging everybody right now. Be encouraging. When we come back, we'll have a Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Dreaming of owning your first home? Milwaukee Habitat for Humanity can help make it happen. With little to no down payment and average monthly mortgage payments of $950, you can build a brand new home you love without breaking the bank. And you won't do it alone. Habitat provides the coaching, education, and support to guide you every step of the way. Stop renting and invest in a new home you can truly call your own. Visit MilwaukeeHabitat.org to learn more.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Tory Lowe with his truth.
As I reflect on my journey, I'm reminded of God's blessings and guidance. I've been fortunate enough to accomplish some remarkable feats, including walking 750 miles from Milwaukee to Washington, D.C. in honor of the Civil Rights Movement. I also walked against violence from Milwaukee to Chicago and back for 7 consecutive years. My feet are still recovering, but my spirit remains strong. I've been privileged to advocate for victims of police brutality, search for missing persons, and participate in numerous protests. Last year, I was honored to visit the White House with my colleagues from 1017 The Truth to discuss pressing issues in the Black community with the Biden administration. Throughout my broadcasting career, I've received several first-place Wisconsin Broadcast Association awards for the Tory Lowe Show. I've also had the opportunity to be part of ESPN 94.5's Packer pregame show at Lambeau Field. As I look back, I am grateful for the incredible journey. Salute to my brothers and sisters on the front lines. And thank you for your tireless efforts and dedication. We're in this together, and I could not have done anything without the love and support of my community. I want to remind you to keep pushing forward, stay vigilant, keep your head on a swivel, green don't always mean go, and look both ways before you cross the street. And always look out for one another. In 2025, we still got a lot of work to do. God bless you, and I love you.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Tory Lowe Show weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Coming with straight truth.
I wonder how many of these kids that's running around here, if they tested them for lead, look up lead crisis in different townships and look at the behavior, and then look at what's going on in Milwaukee and match it up. Do your little research. Go get your thumbs. Instead of getting in the comments and arguing with folks, go look up the side effects of a lead poison environment, then watch the news.
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snime. Milwaukee Brewers won their 4th game in a row. This one a 6-5 win in extra innings over the Boston Red Sox. An off day today for the Brew Crew. They'll resume action on Friday night in Philadelphia. Over to the NBA, where the Oklahoma City Thunder punched their ticket to the NBA Finals with the 124-94 win over the Minnesota Timberwolves. They win that series 4 games to 1. They'll await the winner between the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks. Game 5 between those two teams set for this evening at 7 p.m. And lastly, over to the NFL, where the Green Bay Packers resumed OTAs in Green Bay. Head coach Matt LaFleur remaining optimistic about receiver Christian Watson rehabbing from an ACL tear.
Christian's doing outstanding. I would say he's ahead of schedule, but I'm not a doctor, I'm not medical staff, so we'll see where he's at. But I don't really anticipate anything too long-term with any of these guys.
This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Remember, FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, at 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, it's time to start jamming with juice. This is the Pop Culture Report with Carrie Noni and Ben Jammin on the Tory Lowe Show. Tap in to see what's trending today on Pop Culture Report.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Carrie Noni Juice.
I was curious to see y'all.
Juice World in studio.
Yeah.
And Glenn Pearce.
What it do?
Truth Nation Insider in studio.
Ooh, insider.
Hey, we got insiders now.
You know, we got a lot of people on the team now.
Right.
Lowe.
We got a lot of people in
It's
Truth
growing.
Nation, in the Truth Universe.
Yeah, no, that's what it is called, the Truth Universe. But I want to say real quick, I haven't seen your arms in a while. I'm noticing you got on a
Yeah, he
short sleeve
tatted.
t-shirt, and you got a lot of tats on you, my
Well, I
brother.
was in a rock band.
So that means you gotta have tattoos.
You played the bass. What you was playing?
I was the hip hop portion. I was the singer. I backed up my lead singer, and then I was, I did a lot. I managed it. I put it together. Everything.
Why Brother Z don't play none of your music?
Well, they do on ESPN.
Okay.
Oh wow.
They do play it on ESPN.
I've never.
They
I
found
gotta
it.
hear it.
Baby girl.
What was it called? What was your band called?
We gonna talk about it.
Yeah, he's not gonna say because then I'm gonna find it.
Oh, so you gotta go over there and ask Alex Stroh.
Hey,
like,
they
Stroh.
got
That's the plug. Yeah.
They got it over there.
What's the song?
It's rock.
But yeah, you got a lot of tattoos over there.
Well,
The
you know,
weather must
everywhere
be
when I
nice
used to travel, this is all music stuff. Yeah.
And do each piece mean something to you? Like,
Yeah.
do you get tattoos and because some people, they'll just go in the shop and just be like, I don't know, just randomly pick something.
You wouldn't
know?
get a flash tattoo ever? No.
I don't think so.
No, when I was on tour, I used to go to the tattoo shop and be like, okay, give me this music note. If I seen different, all of this is just music stuff.
Yeah, because I know when we did the 414 day joint at a Shake shop, he had a flash tattoo person up there giving like Milwaukee type tattoos. But I don't know. I would want
A lot of
more
people don't know I had a
tattoos that, like,
record deal
mean
too.
something.
Like I did a lot of stuff.
Oh, you was out
You've
here.
lived a lot of lives.
Man, I got songs with Busy Bone, Royce the 5'9", Bone Crusher,
Word?
3-6 Mafia. Yeah.
You got songs with why? Okay, and we can't hear them.
I'm about to say,
I don't,
they're not
hey, like
clean.
I said, they was back in the day before when I was.
I understand that, but
when
we
I was
can't
out
hear 'em.
here.
It's a powerful EP somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta play
I
them
never
on
put it out.
air.
I
You
never
gotta show us
put
behind
it
the
out.
scenes.
I told Benjamin and DJ Brother Z. DJ Brother Z got a couple of songs in his email here.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm.
But when I came home, God was like, "You got to get to work." And
I feel
And
that.
this is what you've been doing.
And that's what I've been doing ever since. But I made a lot of money from music.
Yeah.
That
They say it's not the same today.
Before I got on the radio, I made way more money from music than I did anything in my life.
Wow, when it was actually profitable.
Well, what I'm saying is, when you're in a rock band, you don't really need a deal.
Yeah, because you could just go play at any bar and
we was
people
just
will go
going
see.
like,
Yeah, you just show up and just do
They
your
got a
thing.
whole avenue for rock and roll in America.
Have y'all been to Shank Hall?
I have not.
Have you been to Shank Hall?
No.
I guess it's a performance venue here in Milwaukee, and I've never been inside of it. It's like during that intersection of Farwell and Ogden, and it's like that weird little area next to the people who always talking about the abortions and stuff. But anyway, I think have a lot of rock bands that perform there, and I
think Metal Fest was just recently
over there. Maybe it was a whole line.
Yeah, it was over there
outside
by the
door.
Iron Horse.
No, not Iron Horse Hotel.
Well, the Metal Fest just took place. It was over by the Iron Horse. I would come home and perform in Metal Fest and then leave and go back out. And I would have my family come to see me do the rock and roll stuff that I was doing.
Yeah.
And we'd be on some of the only black people in the stadium, in the room, in the building. We did Panthers Arena once. And
Wow.
so I would come every year to Metal Fest, and I would just come in for a weekend and just leave.
I think you need to get back to your roots.
It sounds like the summertime is coming up. We need you out here on the stage.
I think I'm in some kind of weird. Oh wow! Oh, that's my solo. Oh wow! DJ Brothers.
Better break bread every time I watch the news. Another brother dead, hungry out here in the streets. I became a beast, high unemployment rates. And we gotta eat, riding through them blocks. Shots ring out, little kids getting shot, sitting in the house.
See, you know what? Now I understand why you got a rap intro, because it's in your blood. It's in your blood.
I was a professional at
That's
one
an
point.
itch you gotta
I got
scratch.
paid.
That's what it is. He gotta keep,
I got paid to do music. When I came home, I couldn't understand why people wasn't getting paid.
Yeah.
So,
well,
that's why I built my platform to make sure that these young artists had a place, a home that they can be heard, promote. Because when I was coming up and I left and I came back and I was like, why we don't have that? So that's
And so
why
now you're here.
when I got my spot, I just made sure that I had included that.
Well, that's beautiful, T-Lo. That's why you the man of the peephole. Hero for the, you know.
Hey, here we go.
But
What's going on with Larry Hoover?
Okay, so Larry Hoover,
They didn't let the
we talked
chitties in
about
the doubt.
this, right? We done talked about this a little bit this morning. Well, a lot of it this morning. And on Jam with Juice, make sure you guys listen to it 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. You know where to find us. But we were talking about Larry Hoover because yesterday the entire situation broke the internet when it came out that Trump had commuted Larry Hoover. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I didn't know what commuted was. I had to look it up. I had to do some Googles. I had to figure out, okay, what's commuted, what's pardoned, what's the differences between everything. Because he did two yesterday. He commuted Larry Hoover, and then he pardoned NBA YoungBoy. So apparently, which I don't think people understood at the time, was that when you commute somebody, that means you just shorten their sentence. So I guess he's been locked up in the federal prison for some crimes that they said he was guilty of.
Accusations.
But he also was in there for killing someone
That's
as
the
well.
state.
That's
Those
for
are
the state charges.
The state charges.
Where he had to serve that for 150 to 200 years, right? So when Trump when he commuted Larry Hoover, everyone's like, oh my God, he's about to be free. He's about to be free. That wasn't the case, y'all. Pause your brakes. Pretty much what he did was he just shortened it and just got rid of the federal charges. But he still has those state charges in Illinois because, you know, he was out of Chicago. And so he still has to serve that time.
But the governor of Illinois can pardon him too.
The governor of Illinois can pardon. And that's so when Dane was on the show today, that's what I had asked him. And I was like, yo, so could Trump maybe talk to the governor of Illinois and be like, hey, bro, this my man's or something? You know, depending on how much money he get or whatever, you know, they could slide him a little something. But Dane was like, nah, that's not happening because the governor of Illinois and Trump, they don't rock like that.
Right.
So
And
Hoover probably gonna be in Illinois.
Well, I'll say this: salute to Kanye West and Drake
for the charity
because
concert.
Kanye West
They drew attention to it. Yeah,
drew a lot of attention to this.
He did
with Larry Hoover, and when you talk about him getting to this point. It's some activity that's positive, even though because he had a huge amount of time.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is now that it's been commuted, now if the GDs or if these people that follow Larry Hoover, all I got to do is get out and vote out the governor.
That could
in 2026.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
So if the people don't like what's happening, and they really bout that life and they really got it like that, then all they got to do is, you know. But they say that most of the GDs probably felons and on paper. So I don't know.
They can't even vote. They can't even participate.
I don't know how hard the regular citizens want to go. Because of what the everlasting idea that he put out here. You know, however they want to weigh it on the community. But all I'm saying is the ideal is now to get rid of the governor to get somebody that agrees that would agree to actually let him out. This is what I'm seeing online.
Well, the thing is, though, like
that could work.
But when this stuff like this happens, again, like you're trying to commute someone's sentence because you believe that they've either served their penance, they've done their time, they've reformed themselves. What is the goal?
They're rehabilitated.
But yeah, like what is the goal for? Like, he's 73 years old.
He's older.
Like, why are we? What is his next phase in life?
Man, maybe he could go back to doing community work. Who knows? Maybe
he's just gonna be the big GD.
Maybe he could talk to the people of Chicago, be an influence to the young people today, and convince them not to do, certain things. He could change his whole image around.
Right. That could be a huge idea as far as like getting the street idea under control.
Yeah, because what did he turn it into? They said growth and development or something. They called, instead of Gangster Disciples, it was like growth and development or something like that. Maybe he could bring that idea.
He could change
back.
the narrative.
Because I was saying on the show that I think that there's a lack of just black leadership, like street leadership now, and maybe that presence is what is needed.
Well, I'll say this: we only got you. Hold on, wait a minute. In Milwaukee, it's a lot of dudes that are felons that have community ideas that they employ to do community ideas. So, in Milwaukee, I see a lot of people who were felons that work for nonprofits. I do see that, and I don't know what effect that's having on the neighborhood. Y'all, I mean, all I'm saying is, but when you can get somebody that like Larry Hoover, and really somebody that can say, hey, look, I made this. I started this idea that y'all using. This time to flip it and flip it back to the original idea,
Yeah.
And I think that would be more powerful, and it'll help, at least in Chicago, it'll help that environment with that message.
Yeah. Because I think it's gotten very chaotic over there, and then people saying that, people from Chicago coming up to Milwaukee and messing things up. How much do you believe that, T-Lo?
I'll say it's some people from Chicago doing stuff, but mostly Milwaukee got their own thing.
That's a long drive to cause some trouble, though.
They moved from Chicago
to a relocation for
It's our sister city.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they relocated here to Milwaukee, and now they causing all this hell. But I feel like with T-Lo, I think it's just
Milwaukee got our own thing.
Yeah.
Milwaukee is breeding our own culture.
Right.
Milwaukee, and I think that people always want to refer to something else to deflect. But I've been out here a long time, and there's very few ideas of homicides that I had got involved in where the person didn't live in Milwaukee. That wasn't here from here. So, they can say all the stuff about Chicago stuff to try to deflect, but it may be some. But I haven't ran into a lot of that. It was some, but it wasn't. The majority is people that live right here.
Yeah, and that's what I had figured, But I want to know, T-Lo, how have you, when you first heard the news, I'm sure you probably knew the difference already between a pardon and him being commuted. Like, do you feel like people was, jumping the gun too soon?
No, I mean, anything that's moving on Larry Hoover
gonna be big.
It's gonna be big, right?
Yeah.
So, like I said, he was one of those community ideas that the government felt like they had to put away due to his behavior, right? So what I'm saying is, even though Trump commuted it, it was better than he was last month. That's all I'm saying. At least he at a point where now it's up to the state.
Anything is possible.
Trump took it out of the federal hands, and now it's up to the people in the state of Illinois to free that man. He took all that away, and so now people are going to be more. I believe that next governor election, watch and see. A lot of people going to be like, hey, that's going to be a huge thing to get the streets to move.
Yeah.
To back somebody.
People are going to play on that.
Yeah. And so if a candidate is coming in and he got a lot of plans and he throw that in there, hey, he might win.
He got the ear to people.
Just walk around with free Hoover shirts.
They will.
It really might get like that.
I'm trying to tell you, it can go like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, anything is possible at this point, so I'm not going to say he will have to serve the rest of that time.
200 years.
And anything could happen. Because like you said, if they get a new governor in, boom, and they say that person's like, we just going to pardon him or whatever. Now, I don't know what's up with Tory Lanez if he going to get his pardon. But he getting on my nerves.
But they saying they got new video.
Yeah, they have video, they have audio.
That disputes.
But the thing is,
some of the things that happened in the courtroom.
That all of this was shown in. Yeah, all of this was shown.
Was the bodyguard? Did the bodyguard say that it was Kelsey? Like he said,
not that bodyguard, no. But we gonna
come back.
We
gonna
discuss and we gotta talk about Lotto.
Look, we gonna have more discussion, more pop culture report with Carrie Noni Juice.
Hey, I give it a juicy
and Glenn Pearce. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This may be another Elon Musk bureaucratic shuffle, or this may be whatever it is. These, Dr. Ken, are real consequences.
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
I believe that there's going to be a step back and a rollback to some of those places that we're talking about making cuts because of the drastic outcome that can occur.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth.
Tired of hearing no from other banks? No to a loan? No to a checking account? Just no? At Brewery Credit Union, they find ways to say yes. Yes to second chances. Yes to rebuilding credit. Yes to helping you save, borrow, and thrive. Work with your credit specialist and move your financial life forward. Brewery Credit Union, Milwaukee's best place to borrow and save. Visit brewerycu.com. That is brewerycu.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
Brewers and Padres action is coming at you June 6th through the 8th. Catch an electric weekend of baseball as two of the game's youngest superstars square off. The first Friday game of June means Wisconsinites can grab half-off tickets to the Brewers series opener on the 6th, then score one of the top giveaways of the season, a Jackson Churio replica jersey presented by Chevrolet for the first 25,000 ticketed fans through the gates June 7th. Get seats at brewers.com.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. There's no better time to upgrade your windows and doors than right now, because you can get up to 6 years of 0% financing at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Yes, no interest for up to 72 months, and the full Pella experience is always included. That means the Pella team is with you from start to finish. They don't disappear after the work is done. Set up your free in-home consultation. You commit to nothing at this point. A Pella design expert will listen to your vision and then present the different colors, sizes, and customizations needed to make that vision a reality. It can feel overwhelming to consider what feels like limitless possibilities, but Pella's design team can help narrow those options down for you to create that dream upgrade. Hurry! Get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Certain restrictions apply, and the deal ends May 31st, 2025. So visit PellaWI.com today.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tell me who on the 1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Carrie Noni Juice. And Glenn Pearce is in the studio. Truth Nation Insider in studio.
What it do?
Hey.
Maybe that's your thing.
The Truth Nation Insider?
No, what it do?
I say it every day.
That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe that's just your tag, like your thing. Just what it do.
We'll go clip it up one day.
From
we'll get to
Harlem.
it.
You know, he got a lot of lingo coming out of Harlem on the show now.
He bleed Harlem.
Right.
I live and breathe it.
Yeah, he do, for sure. But we got to talk Tory Lanez real quick, because I just wanted to get into it real quick, because, you know, Lotto was saying some things as well. But I guess Tory Lanez's legal team has now dropped a video and audio of a witness claiming that he saw a woman firing the gun during Megan Thee Stallion shooting. So they're saying that the woman obviously is Kelsey, who was the other woman that was in the car when all of this chaos was going on back in, what was it, 2020, I think? Yeah, like 2020. But my thing is, y'all, and I'm really just trying to figure it out, and maybe people who know the legal system better than I do can help me understand, why are they not... Well, one, I've been told, or I have seen, that this audio and video that they have just put out was already shown during the trial. So none of this is new to the people who were in the courtroom who were making those decisions. This is just new to us seeing it on social media, because people are saying it seems like Tory Lanez and his team is trying to get the approval of, what is it, the court of the public opinion? Is that what they call it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's trying to get court of the public opinion versus, the actual courts and what they are deciding. But if you're out here having all this information and you're saying, oh, it's new evidence and Kelsey's bodyguard now just came out finally and said X, Y, and Z, why are they not trying to do an appeal again?
Well,
why are they just trying to get the governor to pardon?
I think the appeal takes a while. It's not automatic.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to introduce new evidence. You got to go through a process.
Right.
And then while that process is going on, they work in another avenue, which is called pardon from the governor, Gavin Newsom. Because after he got stabbed, that's when they started pressuring for Gavin Newsom. You never heard the pardoning idea until he got stabbed 14 times. So now that he's up in there stabbed up, that creates an urgency. Hey, like, we got to get this evidence to somebody who can actually do something, which is Gavin Newsom, which is who can actually pull the trigger. But I don't know if he's going to do that because he haven't even responded and said anything.
Right. But with the bodyguard situation, I don't think that they actually started the process for the appeal yet.
Well, I think that their bodyguard already signed the affidavit already a while back. So we just now getting it. Like, so we didn't get it right when he did it. We just getting it now after he got stabbed, And I think that when he got stabbed, I think a lot of people, because now they got the video, like where they showing that he got stabbed.
He all bloody and stuff.
And now it's causing a groundswell. And now this is the time to really approach the governor. At this point, you got a video, you got a bodyguard, you got things that are uncertain, you got political people getting involved. They trying to put the pressure on the pardon, but the appeal takes time.
I just think that they need to move better because just trying to get us to get on their side, maybe they're trying to do that so we all can apply the pressure as well to the governor. But I don't know. I've said from the beginning, if he knew that he didn't do it, he just should have went when he was there. During the trial,
when he had his chance, he should have just
said it.
But I said that. I said, why did he didn't say it?
Like,
because
it's that code.
I'm gonna tell you
Ain't
this.
no code. These is two women.
Hey, I said that. Why didn't he just say, hey, I saw Kelsey shoot her?
Right.
But when it comes to this
now you want to cry wolf
street thing, when it comes to the street codes, I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of people are in prison because they trying to keep up with these codes.
That's dumb.
And they feel like it's honorable. Because of their culture.
I think
of the culture that they came
depending
from.
on the situation, but when it comes to this one, I don't see nothing being honorable about that because he
still ain't said it.
There's no need to now. There's so much social media pressure. He don't got to speak on it. Really,
Tory Lane still ain't said that.
Oh, that he came out and said that. Yes, I'm innocent. I'm completely innocent.
I know. I saw this woman shoot this lady.
I know it was some comments from like a couple years ago when he was still out and free, and people was like, "Oh, Kelsey did it or whatever," and he responded and said, "That's not true." So there is a comment of him saying that, like, that's not true.
Because he was trying to defend her.
Okay, well, then I just feel like you need to shut up and take what you got because you can't try to stick up for people and you only sticking up for Kelsey at that because it don't seem like he's sticking up for Megan.
It sounds like you down with the baddies.
I'm not necessarily with the baddies, but I'm just saying you can't. I just don't like that whole like, oh, I'm not gonna say nothing, but now that I'm in here, I want to get out. Help me. Like, no, you had an opportunity to speak up for yourself.
I say you try. He took a risk and a gamble, and you went with them codes up in there and tried to play it like that.
But then you get what you got.
So I basically said, hey, look, if my life is on the line and I didn't do it, and you living by some kind of code because you want to keep your career, because that was a career idea. If he kept the code, that's because he wouldn't have a career if he had got out because they would have said he spoke. But Tekashi 6ix9ine,
like he doing a good
Gunna and
job.
Tekashi 6ix9ine,
he's blacklisted though. He can't do anything with Tekashi. He's still touring and all that.
He got money.
Anything
He
in
going
America.
around all over. He in Latin America.
At what cost though?
That's his culture. He's Mexican.
I feel you.
Man,
They went back to Mexico.
I think Gunna having a good life out here right now.
That's the perfect example, but we can't even. They still talking about he ratted. He ain't. Man, I don't know. These codes is ridiculous.
Man, it is what it is. That's why I don't follow him, T-Lo. I'm my own girl.
You're a civilian.
I'm my own
You don't
woman.
feel bad
I'm
he got
just a
shot?
civilian.
Okay, well, look, when we come back, we'll have more discussion. Thank you, Carrie, Noni, Juice, and Glenn
We
for coming in
appreciate
for the
you.
Pop Culture Report. When we come back, Truth Nation, I got a question for you. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Truth Nation, tune in to the award-winning 101.7 The Truth's Business Spotlight this Thursday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tory Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I will be speaking with Lynn Ketterhagen from the Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan. We will discuss the exciting offerings at the resort, including the scenic Majestic Oaks Golf Course, a variety of water sports, and the relaxing Lake Lawn Queen Boat Ride Tours on Delavan Lake. Again, that is the Business Spotlight this Thursday with Lake Lawn at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, let us talk our ish for a moment. There is no other station in the country where you get a front row seat to hear from some of the biggest names in politics, pop culture, and sports. People like Grammy Award winner John Legend.
Knowing that fight isn't over, knowing that we've got to stay motivated and stay inspired. Glory was a song that myself and Common wrote. Two brothers from the Midwest, from Chicago and from Springfield, Ohio.
Oscar Award winning actor Don Cheadle.
I know that we're the bright, shiny thing that sometimes gets the attention, but I would say don't listen to celebrities. You don't have to listen to us. Listen to yourself.
And President Donald Trump's son, Don Jr.
When did we have a strong economy? And I don't think anyone with a straight face can say right now. And the reality, when you look at it, it's not even voting for my father. Look at the team that's now surrounding him.
Tap into the award-winning and nationally recognized 101.7 The Truth by downloading the Truth app and streaming us live at 101.7 The Truth on YouTube. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Investigators in Bayview are working to pinpoint what started a house fire where a body was found. The Milwaukee Fire Department responded to a house fire early Wednesday afternoon near South Burrell and Smith Streets. Firefighters put out the flames and found the body when they searched the home. Investigators are also working to determine how the person died. Opening statements began Wednesday in the trial of Maxwell Anderson, the man accused of killing and dismembering 19-year-old Sade Robinson. Milwaukee County Assistant District Attorney Ian Vance Curzon to the jury.
Over the course of the rest of this week and into next week, you are going to hear testimony from the witness stand. You are going to see exhibits. You are going to see a lot of exhibits and hear a lot of testimony. And all of it at the end is going to boil down to your ability to use your common sense and search for the truth.
The defense argues there is no physical evidence linking Anderson to her death. The trial is expected to last 2 weeks and court resumed this morning at 8:45 a.m. A Pewaukee school bus driver accused of sexual assault is facing additional charges. Thomas Felser is charged with first-degree sexual assault of a child under 13 and 2 more counts of sexual misconduct by school staff or volunteer. That's on top of initial charges filed May 16th, 1 count of repeated sexual assault of a child and 3 counts of sexual misconduct connected to a 6-year-old victim. Prosecutors say they've identified a second victim with surveillance footage showing a 5-year-old girl assaulted over the last 2 months. Felser is pleading not guilty to all charges. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. Stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe.
Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I want to bring this up because it's happening, and I like that this is happening because it proves my point. Just because you don't agree with something, that don't mean you got to hate folks. You know, a lot of y'all, if y'all don't agree, then you hate them. You trying to write them off for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? No, if you got common sense, it's some of y'all in relationships right now, y'all don't agree with everything folks is doing. That's why I say, like, y'all act like some of y'all bought it out. Some of y'all bots, for real. Like, y'all don't have no common sense. Like, you can think for yourself. You can definitely think for yourself. But I want to bring this story up. Elon Musk says he's disappointed by the price tag of the domestic policy bill that Trump is trying to pass. This big, beautiful bill. He's making the rounds, and and I agree with him because he's doing all this work with Doge, and he feels some type of way about it. He feels some type of way about it. He said he was disappointed to see the massive spending bill, which increases the budget deficit, not to decrease it, it undermines the work that the Doge team is doing. This is what Musk said. And as a person that's working to try to, cut waste and fraud, and he see this big, beautiful bill, salute that he actually even said this. Because a lot of people bought it out. They won't say anything against or speak their opinion because they're afraid of somebody that they may think that is in power. So I give him some points, Elon Musk, some points for this, because he's saying that, hey, everything we're doing to try to cut waste, and then this bill comes out and it's increasing the debt. We got what he had to say if you're watching as we broadcast live on YouTube and social media. Let's listen.
Overnight, President Trump's biggest ally coming out against his recent legislative victory.
I was disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit, not just decrease it, and undermines the work that the Doge team is doing.
Billionaire Elon Musk, who pledged to take a step back from politics, slamming the president's bill, which was pushed through the Republican-led House.
I think a bill can be big or it can be beautiful, but I don't know if it can be both. My personal opinion.
For days, Musk has hinted at his discontent with the GOP bill, but his latest comments underscoring division within the Republican Party over their own signature legislation. The massive budget bill includes billions to renew construction of the border wall, along with billions more for defense spending and an extension of Trump's 2017 tax cuts, which government estimates find will increase the deficit by more than $4 trillion over 10 years. But the bill also makes significant cuts, slashing SNAP food assistance and making changes to Medicaid that could lead to more than 8 million Americans losing their insurance, according to early estimates.
Jay O'Brien, ABC News, Washington.
Hey, there we go. Like I said, Elon Musk, he don't like it. And there was other Republicans that spoke out against it. These are things that you can find that's out here online. And I'll say this is what you have to have. You have to have people that are able to say, hey, look, I'm not with this particular idea right here. Let's see if we can make some adjustments. And then you got to challenge folks. Sometimes when you are in a group, this is why the group failed, because the person that's trying to correct what they see is going on get fired. Somebody, hey, get this guy out of here, This is what they do. And it happens on all levels. I didn't see it happen in the church. Well, one of the members tried to speak out against the pastor, and then all of a sudden the pastor come with the message and said they trying to destroy me up in here. And then next thing you know, all of a sudden everybody outs the person, and then 10 years later the person was telling the truth. You know what I mean? And so this is what you need. You need somebody that can say, hey, look, I don't agree with this. You know, I may like a couple of things that's going on, but I'm not with this. And you got to understand when to hit the, you know, I don't agree with this button. It don't matter what. No, some of y'all just so bodied out that y'all just go in there. Y'all, you know, you may not like it, but you ain't gonna say nothing. Nah, well, this is what living and being free and trying to be free and trying to be progressive is about. So salute to Elon Musk. Salute to everybody who has an opinion to say what they feel like saying and not sitting back and allowing, you know, even in the group. I'm talking about the GOP, I'm talking about the Republican folks that's saying, hey, look, see this problem? I feel this way about it. And that's what should happen on all fronts, in the Democrat Party, in the Republican Party, in the Independent Party, at your birthday party. That's what it should happen. Damn. I could never be around a bunch of people that, now, if you talking out the side of your face, then that ain't what I'm talking about. A lot of y'all come with that high blood pressure, and y'all ain't really putting down nothing that's really reasonable to try to say, okay, this is what I don't like, but this is what should happen. Y'all, what y'all do is y'all bot it out. So I'm not talking about the folks with the high blood pressure. I'm talking about somebody that's analyzing the situation. This ain't making sense. I'm going to bring this in front of you. And then I'm going to see if we can work on it, or I'm going to really find out what kind of leadership I got. That's it. It should happen all across the board. And I'm for it. Salute to Elon Musk. Salute to Elon Musk. Because he said it. And he didn't have to say it. He got his own money, DJ Brother Z. He didn't have to say nothing. It's a couple other Republican representatives that do too, that said something. And I tried to bring it out when they first started doing it. But some of y'all got to understand, in order to make great change, you got to have great minds. And in the Democrat Party, what they're doing is you don't see people presenting anything to try to get the people to do. It's just a lot of talk. I ain't seen them put forward no kind of anything. And I'm trying to figure out what they're trying to do. That's why I asked, who are the strong people in the Democrat as far as males? You see a lot of females, but you don't see the males. They quiet. So what is that? I watch it all. I can't be around weak leadership. I got to have strong opinions. How you think you're going to win the championship if everybody that's playing their position ain't strong in their position? You can't win. Even in the black community, they say everybody do a little, ain't nobody got to do a lot. Everybody got to participate. If we doing something and somebody's analyzing it and they say, okay, this could be more efficient if we do it this way, that's the person like, okay, how can we make this more efficient? How can we do that? But not in our community. They run from people that really want to help. The people on the front lines, they paying for their own movement out of their pocket. I ain't never ran across so many mentors that are helping children that say they can't get no help. Ain't that the problem? Ain't that what you said the problem was? The kids we need to get something out here for the kids. And I'm running into folks since I've been on the radio coming to me, Tory, we got this program. I go over there to their program. I don't even bring them on the radio. I see them out doing the work, and I'm like, why you ain't got no help? See, only in our community where the folks that's really trying to do something, they ain't trying to push them through. They already working. All they need is a little. That's why I say salute to my brothers and sisters on the front lines. Your day coming. Your day coming. Just keep grinding. Don't give up. Don't give up. Your day, they're going to have to come to you one day. I understand what I'm saying. Keep working. I did it. I kept working. But like I said, you got to have a strong opinion no matter where you at. Now, I ain't talking about no stank opinion. Some of y'all opinions, y'all be kind of right, but y'all, the way, y'all, it kind of stank too. DJ Brother Z. You got it. Some of y'all. I mean, y'all can say how y'all feel. Yeah, but sometimes y'all attitude, it be like the boy cry wolf. The one time you really mean something, nobody don't listen because your attitude stink. Your attitude stank the whole time, and then you finally get it right that one time, and then nobody don't want to hear it because, your presentation stank. Communication is key. Communication is key. Hey, look, when we come back, it's a couple stories that I don't want to miss out. It's getting toward the end of the week. It's a couple stories that I got that I think that we should be discussing. We got this child sexual assault going on in Pewaukee with the bus driver. I'm like, what's going on with this? And I've been trying to tell folks, hey, hide your kids, hide your wife. Because it's regular people. It ain't nobody that's going to come in the white van. It might be somebody from Pewaukee that drive the school bus. We're going to talk about it when we get back, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, Gruber Law Offices and The Truth have raised the stakes for this year. The One Call That's All Gruber Cash Giveaway is now a $5K giveaway. Yes, you heard it right. $5,000 giveaway. Every weekday on 1017 The Truth, you will have the chance to be entered to win the $5K giveaway. Listen to The Truth for the One Call That's All cue to call for your chance to win $5,000. Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All. Visit 1017thetruth.com for official contest rules.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Immerse yourself in a place where bold ideas are sought after, where all are encouraged to bring their personal flourish. Here, innovation is a way of life. In this city, the beat flows. Together, we're dancing to the rhythm. Forward. Now, it's your turn to grab hold of that energy, where you'll remember not just the meals, the celebrations, or the uncommon coast. What you'll remember is how we made you feel. Come experience Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. There's no better time to upgrade your windows and doors than right now, because you can get up to 6 years of 0% financing at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Yes, no interest for up to 72 months, and the full Pella experience is always included. That means the Pella team is with you from start to finish. They don't disappear after the work is done. Set up your free in-home consultation. You commit to nothing at this point. A Pella design expert will listen to your vision and then present the different colors, sizes, and customizations needed to make that vision a reality. It can feel overwhelming to consider what feels like limitless possibilities, but Pella's design team can help narrow those options down for you to create that dream upgrade. Hurry! Get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Certain restrictions apply, and the deal ends May 31st, 2025. So visit PellaWI.com today.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Young gun, no one that back calling me splurge. Ride me jump right off the curb. Bentley spray fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third. Solid, I'm keeping my word. Can't be my equal, I don't know what you heard. Crack up the foreign, I swear. Keep me a stick if they purge.
101, 7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We got to go to Pewaukee, Wisconsin. A Pewaukee school bus driver is charged with repeated sexual assault of a child. He's now facing additional charges. 62-year-old Thomas Filser is back in court after a second victim was discovered on the bus driver. If y'all watching as we broadcast live, we got Fox 6 News video on this. Let's listen.
Kid safe on his school bus, but now we're learning a Pewaukee bus driver is accused of sexually assaulting multiple children. Waukesha County reporter Brett Lemoyne dug into the evidence caught on camera today. We want to warn you first, the details in this case are disturbing.
State of Wisconsin versus Thomas Felser.
For the second time in less than 2 weeks, Thomas Felser is back in Waukesha County Court. Earlier this month, prosecutors charged the school bus driver with repeated sexual assault of a child.
There has been an amended criminal complaint.
Wednesday, prosecutors added new counts of first-degree sexual assault of a child and sexual misconduct by school staff or volunteer after a second victim was discovered. Police reviewed additional bus surveillance video from April through the end of May. In the recordings, police say Felser put his hand under a 5-year-old girl's skirt. Later, police say he's seen laying over the victim and then picks her up and puts her on his lap. Police say Felser called the preschooler a, quote, cute little baby and commanded, quote, don't tell anybody.
It's your intention to waive your preliminary hearing. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir. Prosecutors previously said the 62-year-old gave candy to a 6-year-old who sat on his lap. Police say he also put his hand down this girl's pants. Prosecutors say those crimes happened between the start of the school year and last month. Felser entered not guilty pleas to all charges. Pewaukee School District says Felser was a teacher at Pewaukee High School and Asa Clark Middle School for 37 years before retiring in 2020.
And with that, we can be adjourned.
Prosecutors also want Felser to pay an additional $50,000 cash bail, upping the total needed to get out of jail to $400,000. A hearing on that matter is set for next week. Reporting in Waukesha, Brett Lemoyne, Fox 6 News.
Hey, okay, so pals are out here messing with the little kids on the yellow bus. And I tried to tell y'all a long time ago, stop looking at the Hollywood signs of kidnapping. That's a movie, that's a script. I done did over 300-something cases when it comes to people, little girls missing and human trafficking and all of that. And I ain't seen a white van yet. That's why I say don't look at those mainstream narratives. Look down the street. Look down the street. Look around you. Make sure that y'all protecting these children, because I'm gonna tell you, these people that's messing with these kids, they gonna get around kids. The people that's gonna sexually assault or people that want certain things, they'll get around the atmosphere where they got plenty of it. All he did was apply to be a bus driver, and boom, he around the little kids. You know, some people become mentors. You know, they teachers. You know, they'll blend in and have a supply of what they trying to get to. That's a factor as well. So anytime you got a bunch of kids running around or somebody that's around a bunch of kids all the time, I mean, we got some great, honest people, first of all. We got some great, honest people that's out here really working to make a difference. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the person that slid their way into where they can be around the kids so they can do something that they ain't supposed to do. Okay? More now than ever, we got to have a talk with our children, especially when it comes to when you meet adults. You know what I told my children when I said, hey, look, I'm the only adult that you should be talking to. If an adult come to you and they ain't the teacher, they ain't teaching class, or they doing anything outside of what they're supposed to be doing, you need to tell me. Or if you got an adult person that's always talking to you all the time, you need to tell me, and I need to come talk to that person. Let this person know I see you.
I told y'all I got the text message from the 8th grader. Somebody sent me a text message. It was an 8th grade student. And the text message was like, hey, Tory, I got this project, and I need you to help me with this project. And then, DJ Brother Z, I went back and read the initial text, and guess what the text said? He said, I got pictures that I want to send, like, for the project. Whoa, hold on. No. Let your parents call me. First of all, let's pull back for a second. Let your folks call me. Whoever your guardian is, and let me and your guardian work on that to make sure you get what you need, if that's the case. Understand, y'all, as adults, we got to be careful. I'm talking about the ones that's really out here trying to make a difference. I told you, a lot of people ain't mad at me. They mad at what I'm going to do to them for what they've been doing to others. They know that somebody out here that's going to come through like Freddy Krueger on them. You know what I mean? That's going to nightmare on Fifth Street. You know what I mean? I'm going to come at you. So they all know he must, I'm going to try. They may, I don't know. They may have set the text message up just to see. I said, no, we don't do that. Everything got to be done in decency and order. They don't want order. They want dysfunction. They don't want you to have a criteria. They want you to be open to whatever is out here. We ain't doing that. So, like I said, terrible thing that's going on. And everybody that's listening from Pewaukee, make sure that you talk to your kids after school, making sure that they straight. Because sometimes the little babies don't know. Sometimes the little 5-year-old and the little 6-year-olds don't know. And y'all got to have these talks. Hey, look, make sure that if an adult is around you and they talking to you or they touching on you, let me know. Because ain't nothing of that supposed to be happening. Because sometimes you drop them off somewhere and then you put the child in the care of another adult and you don't have those conversations. They'll feel that the adult, they'll trust that adult because you brought them over there. So they don't know. They feel like, okay, this Uncle Charlie, this Auntie Sarah, you brought them over there. You ain't talked to them about how to what the guidelines are or nothing. You just dropped them off at somebody's house. No, these are the guidelines when you anywhere. These are the rules. Period. I don't care if it's grandma's house. This is how we getting down. All right, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
We Energies want you to keep this important safety message in mind. Before you start digging, planting, or landscaping on your property, call 811 to have underground utilities marked. Calling 811 at least 3 business days before you plan to dig will help you know what's below and can prevent a hazardous situation. Our representatives will mark the underground utilities on your property for free. So remember, stay safe and call before you dig.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Ready for more fun? More friendships? More adventures?
Then it's time to become a Girl Scout.
Explore the outdoors, meet forever friends, and make a difference in your community. Sign up for our extended year membership today. Girls can join for $98 and adults for $42. Start in April and enjoy up to 5 extra months of fun. The extended year membership is April 1st, 2025 to September 30th, 2026, followed by a regular membership year. So what are you waiting for?
Join us and be a Girl Scout.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more information, visit outdoorstewards.org.
Dear employer, my name is Phil Martin.
My name is Michael Raskovich.
Ronaldo Bird.
Zach Dizer.
I am writing to express my excitement at the opportunity to join your team.
As someone on the spectrum,
I possess a unique set of skills
that sets me apart from other candidates.
My detail-oriented nature allows me to communicate complex ideas,
to break down data,
to have no fear in meeting new people.
I may communicate in ways that are different from what you are used to.
Structure, routine,
and clear expectation.
Help me do my best work.
My autism allows me to have a perspective that needs to be seen and heard.
It allows me to make the world safer and improve systems in ways others can't.
It allows me to bring people's inner worlds to life with my artwork.
My autism
will bring your team important insights.
Thank you for your consideration.
An autistic inclusive workplace is good for business. It's time to make a change. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/win.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snime. The Milwaukee Brewers won their fourth game in a row. This one a 6-5 win in extra innings over the Boston Red Sox. An off day today for the Brew Crew. They'll resume action on Friday night in Philadelphia. Over to the NBA, where the Oklahoma City Thunder punched their ticket to the NBA Finals with the 124-94 win over the Minnesota Timberwolves. They win that series 4-1. They'll await the winner between the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks. Game 5 between those two teams set for this evening at 7 p.m. And lastly, over to the NFL, where the Green Bay Packers resumed OTAs in Green Bay. Head coach Matt LaFleur remaining optimistic about receiver Christian Watson rehabbing from an ACL tear.
Christian's doing outstanding. I would say he's ahead of schedule, but I'm not a doctor, I'm not medical staff, so we'll see where he's at. But I don't really anticipate anything too long-term with any of these guys.
This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Remember, FDIC.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, violence is a problem affecting us all, but together we can make a difference. The award-winning 101.7 The Truth wants to invite you to bring positive change and awareness to senseless violence occurring in our community. This is why we're hosting the 3rd annual Walk Against Violence, Saturday, July 12th, at Victory Over Violence Park. Hey, we're going to start at Victory Over Violence Park and head down MLK Drive, right in front of our studios right here at the 3rd Street Market Hall. Over the next month, I'll be speaking to politicians and community leaders about how we can better provide resources to stop the rise of violence. If you want to join the walk, go to thewalkagainstviolence.com. That's the Truth Walk Against Violence. The truthwalkagainstviolence.com right now, and sign up the whole family. Let's get them outside. July 12th, 9 a.m. Let's get up. Let's get outside. Let's have a great time. Let's network. It's going to be powerful, Truth Nation. The Walk Against Violence, go to the truthwalkagainstviolence.com. Hey, look, we got the trial of Maxwell Anderson going on right now. And as we're on the air, it's going on downtown at the courthouse. And we're trying to give everybody an update on what's going on. I think we have an update on what's going on with the trial. If you're watching as we broadcast live, we got some video. Let's listen.
I believe there's going to be another photo, this paperwork with Sade Robinson's name on it.
Showing you Exhibit 69, is that the paperwork?
It's a closer view, yes.
Exhibit number 70.
This was an apron that was located inside of the trunk with Sade's name tag on it from the Wisconsin Club.
It looks like there's some cash, like loose bills of U.S. currency.
Yes.
But Exhibit 71.
These were all of the items from that purse, all laid out.
Okay, can you describe some of the other items there?
Let's see. So there's 2 notebooks, a comb, there's 2 photos, Polaroid photos, miscellaneous paperwork, a planner.
Hey, they're looking at exhibits of things that belong to Sade Robinson.
Looks like some pencils and markers too.
That they have in evidence.
Showing you what's been marked Exhibit number 72. What is that?
That is an overall of the front driver's seat.
Exhibit 73.
This is
Right.
a measurement that we took from the
Like her car was burnt up.
gas pedal of the vehicle to the front seat of the driver's seat.
Okay, and why did you do that?
To show the distance, because it seemed awfully far for an individual of her stature.
Okay, so at this point you were familiar with who Sade Robinson was, correct?
Yes.
Including some of her demographic information,
Well,
such as height.
As the trial
Were
continues,
you
we're going to try to bring
familiar with what she looked like?
all the latest. Once again, this trial is going on right here in the city of Milwaukee. You can see in the courtroom advocates, family members, her mother in the courtroom while this is happening, disturbing details of what took place. So once again, send up prayers to the family right now. Send up prayers to the friends, family, advocates, and community right now. It's tough. They're going through a lot just to hear some of the details of what took place. And I'm telling you, I sat in a lot of courtrooms with families, hearing the negative details of what happened to their loved one. And all I could do is pray and be there for them and sit silent, because you can't tell nobody how to respond or how to react, when they hear things about their loved one. And I'll say this is the hard part about dealing with things like this, because as an advocate, I even started to have nightmares at one point, because I had to go through so much trauma, you know what I mean? So I had to eliminate, like sometimes I don't go to funerals or things like that. Or sometimes when I know there's going to be very gruesome ideas in detail, sometimes I'll just opt out if I can, not be there, because I had soaked up so much of this type of environment over the last 16 years, even now. You know what I mean? Because it's just a lot going on. But the best way I can tell people to handle is just to be there for them, have empathy and love. And I've been around families where they freaked out, got to cussing everybody out, got to freaking out. Don't take none of that personal. Like, I know sometimes when people react out of anger and they say things they don't mean, especially if you're an advocate, especially if you're around people going through a lot of trauma, chill out. They're going through something, and I'm telling you, I've been folks that said a lot of stuff to me when they were angry and then had to come back around. It's like, I was just upset. I'm sorry. I said, I know. I understand. It was nothing personal. So once again, let's just make sure that we're continuing to send up prayers to the family and the community as a whole. Once again, the Sade Robinson, the person accused of killing Sade Robinson, Maxwell Anderson, is on trial right now. And this going live. You got video of the family and the friends and the advocates in the courtroom. They've been showing evidence of her belongings that was burnt in the car, in the vehicle. So pants, oh my God, this is just horrible to watch. Many times when we see these things, we wonder why somebody can be so evil, why somebody can be so demonic. That's why we have to draw the line that when people do things and harm an innocent life, this is why we have to not sit back, even if it's our loved ones, even if it's people we know. We can't sit back and allow them to bring harm to innocent life. You know how they got the no snitching code? We got a code. You can't bring harm to no innocent life around me. If you harm an innocent life around me, I'm the wrong person to be around. We got to have a code. You can't bring harm to innocent life and be around me like that. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. But I do see that I'm getting information right now that the defense team is trying to paint the victim shaming narrative. They're trying to paint a victim shaming narrative. This is what I'm seeing about police saying they found pills and weed in a locked safe in Sade Robinson's apartment. This is what they're trying to say. That they're trying to shame the victim by saying that they found pills and weed in a locked safe in Sade Robinson's apartment. They trying to bring that up. What do that got to do with what took place? What did that got to do with what happened to her? That's all I'm saying. When we found some pills in her house, in her apartment, in a locked. Oh, well, she found some weed. Okay. See, this is what they do. I told y'all I was going to get ugly. I told y'all that the defense is going to irritate your soul in this trial. So once again, we got 2 weeks of this. We got 2 weeks of this. DJ Brother Z. As we broadcast live, we are showing live footage of them bringing forth evidence of Sade's clothing items, things that were hers in a burnt vehicle. In a burnt vehicle. Reg in the chat says this was heinous. From Oak Creek, we rode past Oklahoma and was near where this tragedy is beyond words took place. And I thought to myself, what type of city am I visiting for my first forever time? Curly Q says, I cannot imagine being her mother sitting in that courtroom right now. I'm going to tell you, I used to sit in the courtroom with a lot of different, there's no court case in the state of Wisconsin when it's involving people, tragedy, harm, civil, criminal, probate. I didn't see a lot over the last 16 years. It's a lot going on. But look, I got a question of the day. I want to ask my question of the day. And you know what? Since we got the trial updates going on, I'm gonna save my question of the day for the 3 o'clock hour. I'm gonna save my question of the day for the 3 o'clock hour because right now we're trying to get the updates on the Maxwell Anderson trial. They said he got the attorney, a high-profile attorney on this. The attorney has worked with the Slender Man situation. and several other high-profile cases in the state of Wisconsin. They saying among 11 witnesses who testified, they're saying that this Osiris Terrell, who discovered Robinson's severed leg in the Cudahy Warnermount Park, he testified. He said it was pretty miserable. It was raining pretty bad. We were walking down there, and there was a severed leg. This is what this Osiris Terrell is testifying to, and the jurors viewed body camera footage from police responding to the discovery back in April of 2024. So it's a lot of gruesome details going on right now today. So once again, keep the mother in prayer, keep the family in prayer, keep the friends, keep the advocates in prayer right now, because they're all sitting in that courtroom, and post-traumatic stress is real. Post-traumatic, watching, hearing all of this, it does something to your mental. So, but when we come back, we're going to continue the coverage on what we can bring to you on the air of the Maxwell Anderson trial. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, tune in to the award-winning 101.7 The Truth's Business Spotlight this Thursday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tory Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I will be speaking with Lynn Ketterhagen from the Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan. We will discuss the exciting offerings at the resort, including the scenic Majestic Oaks Golf Course, a variety of water sports, and the relaxing Lake Lawn Queen Boat Ride Tours on Delavan Lake. Again, that is the Business Spotlight this Thursday with Lake Lawn at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years from their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee. Their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Keep your business safe, secure, and spotless with the Omega Security Guard and Cleaning Team. Proudly located in Milwaukee and female-owned, Omega delivers professional security and tailored cleaning services to meet your needs. Whether it's event security or a custom cleaning plan, their dedicated team goes above and beyond to exceed your expectations. Because at Omega, they're not just your service provider, they're your partner in peace of mind. Contact Omega Security Guard today or online at OmegaSecurityGuard.com. Omega Security Guard and Cleaning, protecting what matters most.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up. I ain't telling no lies, I just, yeah. I ain't telling no lies, I just, 5, 4,
101, 7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Maxwell Anderson is on trial for the death of Sade Robinson right now in the city of Milwaukee. And we got more third day coverage. I just got this news article. They're putting this out today. They're talking about what they found in Sade's apartment. And this is what I don't understand. Why they would bring this stuff up, but they're saying that during a search warrant, a pink safe was found in Robinson's apartment. They stated that inside was cash and narcotics. This is what they're testifying in court. They're saying that I believe it was pills. I believe that they came back for meth. This is at 11:32 a.m. A detective described the execution of a search warrant of Sade Robinson's studio apartment on Milwaukee's east side. We determined there was no force of anything like a break-in, and this is what they told the jury. But we have some more video to talk about when it comes to what's going on in this trial today. If you're watching as we broadcast live, we got video. Let's listen. All right, well, we trying to get the footage up. Once again, they're trying to say, this is what they're trying to say, that they found.
She had a TV in the apartment. We left all of that. And then anything that might have been valuable, we weren't sure who had access to the apartment, we took out of the apartment.
What was inside the pink safe?
Inside the pink safe was, I believe she had some cash as well as she had some narcotics inside the pink safe.
And what do you refer to when you say narcotics?
I believe it was pills. I believe they came back as positive for meth, and then some THC. So that was it.
Okay, and THC is the active ingredient in marijuana, correct?
Correct.
And when you say come back positive for those two drugs, what does that mean?
You use a test to test the narcotics, and it's I can't remember the test for the meth, but for the marijuana was the Decoys-Levine test to test the marijuana.
Those are called presumptive field tests, correct?
Correct.
And were these ever sent out to the state crime lab for conclusive testing?
I'm unaware.
Was there anything to indicate how long those items had been inside the safe?
No.
Was the safe locked?
Yes.
You indicated that there were photographs taken, correct?
Correct.
What is this? What they trying to do? Trying to defame the character or something like that? What, trying to bring this information up to?
Now, just so the record is clear, we stipulate to all the photos being introduced into evidence, Your Honor.
What numbers are those?
They're 41 through 50.
I will receive into evidence 41 through 50 then.
Showing you exhibits 41 through 50, first of all, do you recognize what those are?
Yes.
And can you identify what those are?
That's 41 is the exterior of Sade's apartment building.
That's a photograph, correct?
Yes.
Are all of those exhibits photographs?
Yes. Yeah, they are.
I'd ask that exhibits 41 through 50 be admitted and permission to publish.
Already received and feel free.
Thanks.
All right. I don't know what, okay, this is 2 weeks and all right, you know what? I'm gonna say my opinion because I was about to say something, and that's why it's good for me to have emotional intelligence right now. But we got some body cam footage of what's this body cam footage of a DJ Brothers?
When they found the leg.
Oh wow, we got some body cam footage that they played this in court about some of the other things that they found out when they were investigating. We got some body camera footage. If you're watching as we broadcast live, we're going to play a video of the body cam footage. Let's watch.
Video of the day Robinson's leg was discovered along the Lake Michigan shoreline in Cudahy's Warnemont Park.
As they were walking, see that leg right there? Yeah. Said that it was up about approximately where the end of that stick, that branch is. By the bushes right there. That bushes, said that they saw it up there.
So it's like up on the hill, kind of?
Yeah.
The body camera video is from a Milwaukee County Sheriff's deputy who responded to the scene. Investigators interviewing one of the two men who called 911 after finding the leg. It also shows the man leading an officer to the spot where the leg washed ashore. The other witness was the first one who was called to the stand.
At first we thought it was like a mannequin leg, but then we got a closer look and realized what it really was.
How'd that make you feel?
It's kind of hard to say even now. I don't think it's really hit me.
Hey, all right, go. We got Patrick on the lines. If you want to join the conversation today with comments on the trial, 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. And if you in the chat, holler back. Patrick, you're on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap in.
Hey, good afternoon.
How you doing, Brother Patrick?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Tory?
Blessings, brother.
All right. So a good defense attorney is going to get that type of evidence introduced, even if there's a victim, to drag that victim. But any prosecutor worth their weight, a fight, with the judge saying there's no point in introducing, because she had some weed in a safe in her house.
Right.
That particular prosecutor down there, my family had some dealings with him, and just from when I seen his face that he was going to be the one prosecuting this case, I start to kind of lose hope. That guy is, in the words of my mom and my grandmama, is sorry.
Wow.
But a good prosecutor, no, y'all not about to drag this girl like this. This has no business being brought up in this case. A defense attorney, they're going to fight for it, but the prosecutor should be able to get evidence like that. That shouldn't even been brought in. But
you saying they should have objected?
Yeah, there should have been a fight. That should have been one of the hearings that took place before, trial. Hey, the defense attorney, they present evidence that they want to present, and the prosecutor should have been like, no, we're not doing that. You're not getting that in. But this is the city of Milwaukee, though.
Hey, look, I try to tell you. I try to tell people the other day, when them big-time attorneys come in and them big-time defense attorneys come in, them prosecutors, I'm trying to tell you that this ain't no public defender now. You know what I mean? Y'all got to do y'all a little extra homework. You can't be falling asleep and missing, crucial ideas to try to fight and combat what's going on when you got these high-level, high-powered attorneys coming in town. I'm telling you, every time a high-powered attorney come around, I got low confidence sometimes when I see these prosecutors. I'm trying to tell you, I sat in these courtrooms. I done seen a lot. And trust me, I understand the dynamics when they go, long as it's a public defender where they doing very little many times to try to help the client, to defend the client, they can deal with that. But when them big boys roll in, when them firms roll in, that's when I be like, oh, here we go. Here we go. You know what I mean? So, hey, I agree with you, Patrick. Hey, I'm hoping that these prosecutors come with a better situation than they did with Joel Acevedo. I hope. Understand what I'm saying, Truth Nation? It's a lot of people watching this all across the country. 3052 says maybe they want to institute that she was killed by a drug dealer or slash user. Hey. Look, when we come back, we'll be at the top of the hour, won't we, DJ Brothers E, when we come back? Okay, well, unless we get any more information from the trial, I want to introduce the question of the day. It was a nice out. I want to talk about something fun at the top of the hour. We're going to have some fun. Hopefully, we can have some fun at the top of the hour. I got my question of the day. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Start jamming in the morning and get your daily drop of juice.
Juice gets you hydrated and started for your day. And that's what we plan to do from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Every single morning, we're going to be keeping you in the mix, talking about everything you care about all before 9 a.m.
So wipe that crust out your eyes and get ready for jamming with Juice.
Turning your mornings into your favorite part of the day.
Get that stank breath out of here. Brush your teeth.
It's it, bro. What? Catch Jammin' with Juice.
From 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Good morning, Milwaukee.
Hey, Truth fam. This is your girl, Melanie Ricks, and I want to remind you to tune into Nothing But the Truth digital show with me, Melanie Ricks, presented by Visit Milwaukee. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m., a new episode drops on the 1017 The Truth YouTube page. And since it is on YouTube, I hold nothing back. I give you all my hot takes on celebrity gossip and give you the tea on relationships that you don't want to miss. Subscribe to 1017 The Truth on YouTube so you never miss Nothing But the Truth digital show, dropping every Wednesday at 6 p.m., presented by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class.
Pollution from trucks is a public health crisis. Diesel-burning trucks belch dangerous levels of pollution, and communities living near ports and along freight corridors breathe especially high levels of this dirty air. But this crisis has a solution. My name is Sade, and I work for Earth Justice. I'm working to clean up our air quality, particularly for communities that bear the burden of diesel pollution. For the sake of our lungs, our health, and our climate, the future of trucking in this country has got to be zero emissions. Until then, I will never rest.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Earth Justice is fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. If clean air matters to you, visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Being a caregiver for a family member can be very rewarding. It can be very challenging, too. Besides taking a physical and emotional toll, it can also take a real financial toll, especially if you're paying for home safety upgrades, covering medical expenses, cutting back on hours at your job, or having to leave your job altogether. In some states and in certain situations, you may be eligible to get paid for the care you provide, but finding reliable information about caregiver compensation can be overwhelming and very time-consuming. The AARP Foundation Paid for Care Hub can help. It's a free online tool developed with support from United Healthcare, where you can search compensation programs, explore your options, and get answers to frequently asked questions. Find out today if it's possible to be compensated for the time, effort, and care you're providing. Visit paidforcare.aarpfoundation.org to learn more.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Investigators in Bayview are working to pinpoint what started a house fire where a body was found. The Milwaukee Fire Department responded to a house fire early Wednesday afternoon near South Burrell and Smith Streets. Firefighters put out the flames and found the body when they searched the home. Investigators are also working to determine how the person died. Opening statements began Wednesday in the trial of Maxwell Anderson, the man accused of killing and dismembering 19-year-old Sade Robinson. Milwaukee County Assistant District Attorney Ian Vance Curzon to the jury.
Over the course of the rest of this week and into next week, you are going to hear testimony from the witness stand. You are going to see exhibits. You are going to see a lot of exhibits and hear a lot of testimony. And all of it at the end is going to boil down to your ability to use your common sense and search for the truth.
The defense argues there is no physical evidence linking Anderson to her death. The trial is expected to last 2 weeks and court resumed this morning at 8:45 a.m. A Pewaukee school bus driver accused of sexual assault is facing additional charges. Thomas Felser is charged with first-degree sexual assault of a child under 13 and 2 more counts of sexual misconduct by school staff or volunteer. That's on top of initial charges filed May 16th, 1 count of repeated sexual assault of a child and 3 counts of sexual misconduct connected to a 6-year-old victim. Prosecutors say they've identified a second victim, with surveillance footage showing a 5-year-old girl assaulted over the last 2 months. Felser is pleading not guilty to all charges. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the 3rd hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And once again, we got the Maxwell Anderson trial going on today, so we'll be trying to update everybody as we get more information on what's going on right now downtown in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'll say this, we got to make sure that we keep the energy high and making sure that we are paying attention to each other right now during these times with the frequency that's going out in the air and the things that are being broadcasted. I'll tell you this, I hope they're not trying to use a narrative that she was, when they bringing up what they found in her apartment with the weed and whatever, pills and stuff like that. I mean, I'll say this, we're not going to let you switch the narrative and victimize the victim. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to let that narrative slide. We're not going to let that go out there like that. 3052 says, you're right, Tory. Good defense attorneys find ways to win in spite of the weight of evidence. Hey, I didn't seen it. I didn't been out here a long time. I didn't watched it. And I didn't see families confront the prosecutors in the hallway. What you doing? Like, everybody puzzled, like, what's going on? I didn't seen it. I had to hold folks back. Wait a minute, hold on. We don't want nobody else to, end up in court. But if you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. If you want to comment on the Sade Robinson situation down there at the county with Maxwell Anderson, you are free to call in today, or anything that we discussed on the show today as usual. But I got my question of the day. I want to have some fun today. It was a nice day when I came in. It was beautiful outside. But knowing Milwaukee, by the time I get off work, it might be a tornado watch. I don't know. Every time it gets some good weather, some bad weather right behind it. But if you outside today, if you get outside today, enjoy it, take pictures, soak up the sun. It was beautiful when I came in, DJ Brother Z. It was beautiful weather. Somebody let me know in the chat, is it still nice out? For those that's watching outside of Milwaukee, y'all don't understand. And in a couple days, you can get good weather, bad weather, some snow, in just a couple days. It's all raggedy. They mismanaging the weather out here. But I'm looking on my phone, they saying it's 63 degrees. Now, if you're from California and Arizona and Miami, this ain't for you. This ain't the conversation for you. 60 degrees, you might feel a little different about 63 degrees, but here in Milwaukee, if we can get 60 degrees, if we can get a good day with a nice 63 degrees, they saying it's 63 degrees right now on my phone, but we can get a little weather, nice weather, we out there in shorts. We outside. And you'll see people outside right now with little to nothing on and 63 degrees. It's Milwaukee. Somebody said, no, it's cloudy out now and starting to rain. That's what they say. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to tell folks. You got to get out there when it's nice because it is only for a second. It's only for a second. Man, I hate to even hear that. It's now when I leave out, they saying it's the clouds outside. We got White Widow on the lines. White Widow, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Hey, I just want to say that let's watch this case. And, you know, I'm disappointed that the first testimony, she wasn't concise about the testing of whatever was found in her lock safe, which I really don't know why there was a warrant for her lock safe. They indicated to make sure that there was no break-in or forced entry. How do you get from the door to a lock safe? I'll leave it at that. But to uplift, you know, I'm still working on this lead abatement. Let's remember the last 6 months our kids went through, or a couple years, went through drinking lead to finding out that it was in the school. Dust.
We've been doing that for a long time. That's been going on for a long time. They just now.
A long time.
Now that these kids from that, you know, from the outskirts and got involved in the conversation, I see things moving around quickly.
Right, the specialty schools, but I just want to tell you there's a $3 million contract with Eagle Movers. They're 53204. They have the contract for moving the furniture out all summer. I encourage Truth Nation, get your kids, get your young men and women. We weren't part of the problem, but let's be part of the solution. Make some good money. Yes, it's moving, but you'll learn proper lifting, weight distribution, proper packaging. You know, it'll be a feather in your hat, you know, and really, let's get the money back and let's get our people making these contracts and the money.
And what the contracts are again? Say that one more time.
It's Eagle Movers. I called them. I went to also MPS on finding out all contracts for the lead abatement. I want us to get the jobs. And also, Eagle Movers are on 9th and Bruce, and they said, come on down and apply. This is going to be good money and overtime, and let's get physical. Let's get our people out there. Let's get our kids, and let's be part of the solution, and let's make the money because we're only going to do it right, not outside contractors. So thank you for that.
All right. Thanks for tapping in, White Widow. Question of the day. We got to get to the question of the day. It was nice out when I came up with this question, DJ Brother Z. You know, when we get a little sun, we go crazy around here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hey, but my question of the day is, if your life was a song, right now, what would that song be, DJ Brother Z? If what song best describes your life right now? And I got my song. See, this was my song when I came into the studio. This was my song. This song best described me walking in to the station today. Hey. This was me. This is my song. What song best describes where you at today? 833-212-1017. Put in your request. Put in your song. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Put in your song. What song best describes the way you feel today? This was my song right here. Let it play a little bit. It was about to get to the hood.
Tory, you feeling like this now?
Oh, how? Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. I'm feeling like, man, I can't stand the rain. If it's raining when I get off work, it's going to be a problem. But I was feeling like this when I walked in the studio right here. Sing in the song that best describes your mood today. Question of the day. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. What song describes you right now? Hey. I got my song, Happy Feelings. We got James on the line. James, You on the new 101.7 The Truth. Brother James.
Hey, Tory.
Yes.
Hey, Tory.
Yes. Yes, brother.
Uh-oh. Okay. Hey, listen. The funny thing about it is, the song I'm about to tell you, I need you to listen to it later on. Okay? The song is called Timing. And it's by Frankie Beverly and Mays.
Timing by Frankie Beverly and Mays.
It's called Timing. And listen to it, Tory. It's called Timing.
And this describes how you feeling right now.
This describes exactly how I feel every day.
Well, okay, we got it up now, James.
Now listen to the lyrics. Listen to the lyrics, Tory.
Well, we ain't got time to listen to the whole thing, but we gonna check it out.
Well, no, you check it out later on. You can listen to it, okay.
Oh, listen to the whole thing later on, yes. Put it in my
yes, sir. Yes,
put
sir.
it in my playlist.
Tory, I'm telling you, man, you'll play it over again.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to add this to my playlist, DJ Brother Z. All right, James, this how this best describes you. This is the song that best describes you right now. All right, Brother James, thank you for throwing your song out into the universe now. We got somebody in the chat. Curly Q says, for so many reasons, Superwoman by Alicia Keys. Jeff says, Isley Brothers, Summer Breeze. Deja, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Deja, if it's a song out there that describes you right now, what is the song that describes you right now?
Hey, Tory, how you doing?
How you doing, Deja?
I'm doing great. I would have to say Rubber Band of Life by Miles Davis featuring Ladisi. I think that's how you say her name.
Rubber Band of Life by Miles Davis.
Yep, by Miles Davis. It's like a jazz fusion, basically.
Okay, hold on. We about to bring this up.
That's it.
Okay. So this the song. If they had to play one song, this is yours. This is for Deja.
Yeah, I feel like it just perfectly fits just like my vibe or period as a person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a go-getter, I'm a hustler, but at the same time, like I feel like the smoothness of the song will make you want to stop and listen to it.
And it is smooth. All right, Deja. I feel you. I'm feeling the frequency.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deja, for tapping in. Hey, look, Miles Davis. Let me hear a little bit of the lyrics. What is he talking about?
I don't think Miles Davis is just an instrument.
Oh, this is just some music. Somebody need to throw a rap on that. Somebody need to remix that. That sounds nice though. Okay, the Rubber Band of Life. I like that. Hey, what is a song that describes you right now? 833-212-1017. Hit us up in the chat. Hit us up on the talk to text. Hey, look, we got time for another. We got to run the break.
No, what do you want to do?
Let's run the break, and when we get back, oh my goodness, here we go. We got Eddie on the lines. Hey, Truth Nation, when we come back, we got Eddie on the lines. I would love to hear what song best describes Eddie.
Oh, don't worry, I already got it.
Oh, you already got it? Okay, well, we're going to hear it when we get back. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, tune in to the award-winning 101.7 The Truth Business Spotlight this Thursday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tory Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I will be speaking with Lynn Ketterhagen from the Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan. We will discuss the exciting offerings at the resort, including the scenic Majestic Oaks Golf Course, a variety of water sports, and the relaxing Lake Lawn Queen Boat Ride Tours on Delavan Lake. Again, that is the Business Spotlight this Thursday with Lake Lawn at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great
Great Impressions Graphics and Printing. They've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Adrian was seriously injured when a careless driver merged into her lane.
Gruber was there for everything that I needed. Any questions that I had, Gruber was there. They made me feel like everything about my situation and my accident was very important to them, and that made me feel good. And I would definitely call Gruber again for that.
Serving Wisconsin for over 35 years, Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They go above and beyond for their clients.
Saving energy and money is easier than you think. Here are 2 simple things you can do to reduce your energy use and lower your energy bill. Use thermal curtains to reduce each room's energy loss by up to 25%, and make sure vents aren't blocked by furniture or rugs to improve airflow and comfort. Simple, smart savings. Get more energy saving tips at WeEnergies.com.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I can't accept it. Time to send the hood a message. We losing innocent lives. The block is getting hectic. We gotta correct it. Put ourselves in check. Cause in the streets, ain't no telling who gon' be next. There's people dying. Senseless violence gotta stop. Some of you cats acting worse than the cops when the shots go pop, pop. Now look what they did. Missed the one that they wanted and murdered innocent kid. What hurts me the most to see the families crying. Can't sit back and watch the babies dying. Vice lords and GDs, we are one nation. Time to come together and change our situation. A moment of silence for injustice and violence. Trust and believe, you better take heed. Whole streets, our streets, let's take the streets back. Make change or die trying. Street soldiers, where you at? Let's go.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Hey, that's hey, I remember when I made that record, man. Hey, we was out here fighting. Hey. Wow. 101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We got the question of the day. The question of the day is, what is a song that describes you right now? We got Eddie on the lines. Eddie, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Good day, Tory Lowe. How you doing today?
Hey, how you doing, Brother Eddie?
I'm doing okay. It's raining out. I can't get any kind of consistency to stick my ladders up.
It was
It's
nice
raining
when I
now.
came
It's like,
in.
I know, it's like Seattle or London or something. I can't get any work done, to be honest with you.
Wow. Well,
So,
I'm interested,
what is
Eddie.
your question
I'm interested in what song best describes you right now.
Tory, I'd have to say Vanilla Ice's Ice, Baby. It doesn't spell this ice.
Here, hold on.
The
Let me
best
pull that
rap
up for you.
song ever.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Best rap song ever. What is Zach up to? He's up to something.
No, he's trying to get your mood, to set the mood. He's trying to so when
I can only imagine what he's gonna. I can only imagine what he's up to.
There's something when you walk in the room and they play this song. This best describes Eddie. Here we go.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, I'm a clown, the Italian clown, right? He's Italian. Put on the music.
Hey, you said it. We just listening to the vibrations. Here we go.
Wow, Tory,
Here we go.
What is it?
So this
Here
is
we go.
When you walk into the room, this is what you want to be playing.
That's right. Listen to that.
Do you know the dance to this?
Listen.
Do you got some moves, Eddie?
I did when I was younger. You know, Tory, when I was younger, I was built like a soul effects ad. I had the body of a gymnast. Chicks loved me.
Really? I would love to see you do a break dance or some kind of dance. I would love to get 30 seconds of you dancing to this song, Eddie.
I'd pay for that.
I'd pay for it.
On Juneteenth, right? On Juneteenth in front of everybody, right, Tory?
At Summerfest.
Tory,
I would pay
Tory,
for
whatever happened, Tory, you know who's calling me? NOV's calling me. Whatever happened, Tory, to
God
ask
bless.
the Caucasian? No, what happened to ask the Caucasian?
I don't know.
I thought we were going to do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
No, I never said that. You said that.
Tory.
All I'm saying
I
is
know, but I thought you were on board.
No, you get to call in and say whatever you want. And whoever want to do that, God bless them. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is you get to call in and talk like everybody else, and you talk.
Tory, it's not enough. You don't have any white people. You have no diversity.
That's
Tory,
not true.
Where's the diversity?
That's not true.
Where's the
we got a lot of people that call in, Eddie, and even some white people that called in and said that you don't represent them, Eddie. You had plenty
who cares?
battles.
Who cares about those liberals?
With the listening audience in your neighborhood. Somebody was in your neighborhood said they saw you on the ladder, Eddie. What you talking about?
Well, that could be. That could be. You know, Winky Blue and I met while I was painting. Do you know that? I didn't know who Winky Blue was. And I was painting a house next to a building he's the maintenance man at. And he accused me of being a liberal. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, liberal? You got to be kidding me. And that was Winky Blue, and I didn't know who Winky Blue was.
I don't think you played the right song, Eddie.
How about Dirty White Boy by Foreigner? How about Dirty White Boy? Remember that song from the 70s?
I ain't heard that song in a long time.
What about Nazareth? Remember that? Tory, you're too young. Nazareth had a pretty good song out that everybody was singing, but it's probably inappropriate to say on the radio.
Hey,
so I'm not going to say the title of it.
Well, Eddie,
that's what I'm saying.
Eddie, you call in all the time. You get to say, we let you go. A lot of people won't even let you talk. They used to didn't let you talk.
Who won't let me talk?
You know, you used to complain that they used to cut you off all the time.
No, maybe I complained once about it or twice, but I think the biggest thing is that there are certain people who have a show on 101.7, and there is a double standard for their opinions on race, and that's why I don't. Well, I don't call into those shows.
I'll say this, Eddie. Anybody can say, as long as they ain't talking out the side of their face. They can call into my show.
I agree.
Yeah. They can talk. They can call in. Hey, let everybody talk.
Tory, I understand. And thank God I'm not one of those people, Tory. I'm on top of things, Tory. I'm on top of things. When am I going to get my segment, Tory?
Here we go. You got it right here. There you go.
I like that song.
I would love to see you dance to some of these songs. I would love to get a 30-second reel of you dancing to this. I bet you it'll go viral. A TikTok.
I could dance during the disco. During disco, I could dance better than most guys, you know. And I'm Italian. The Italians ran the dance floors.
When you come up on the show, because I want you in studio, I want to put a 30-second reel together of Eddie and these songs and how you do the dance to these songs. Show people how to rock their body.
I'm 60 years old. I'm not dancing for anybody. Jesus.
Well,
all right, Zach's got more calls.
All right.
Zach's got more calls. I got to go.
All right, Eddie.
All right.
Thank you for tapping in.
Talk to you guys tomorrow.
God bless you. Hey. Nico, what is the song that best describes you? How you doing, Nico?
Hi, I'm doing well. Thanks for the show today. Great show.
Hey.
So I'm in my feelings. I appreciate you, big bro. So I'm in my feelings right now. Your girl just got ghosted for no reason. So I'm going to need DJ Z to drop the Ghostbusters theme song.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You got ghosted?
Yes, your girl got ghosted for no reason.
Wait a minute.
I need that Ghostbusters theme song.
Oh, wow. So you was talking to somebody and then they just didn't text or call anymore.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, PSA, don't do that. Don't just be intentional with it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
So,
they couldn't take the heat.
can't take it. But thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Drop that Ghostbusters theme song.
She got ghosted. Hey. That's wild. Oh, wow. Lana Banana. Lana Banana.
How you doing, Tory?
You're on the new 101.7. How you doing, Lana? What song best describes you right now? Hopefully you ain't got ghosted.
I'm Black and I'm Proud. I'm Black and I'm Proud by James Brown every day.
Okay,
every
that's
day,
what's
all
up.
the time. I'm Black and I'm Proud. Now, you know I was going to say something positive about black something.
Okay.
I'm black and proud and wake up, too. Wake up. Shoot, now.
That's what I'm talking about. So, Lana, anything else you want to say?
Oh, Z said bye, Lana.
No, I did. I said anything else you want to say?
Oh, Z, okay, all right, Z, let me see. Well, when you was talking about a beautiful day today, and you said take a walk and all that, you know, I was taking a walk in my mind, and I was thinking about that song, A Long Walk by Jill Scott.
Okay, I like that song.
You know, because it reminds me to, just stop and just look at nature, be at one with it, look at the grass, and the flowers and the bugs, zooming past your ear, you can hear them, zzz, whatever, it's just nice, sun, natural vitamin D. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, Lana, that sounding powerful.
Okay.
Well, hopefully we when I get out, I can kind of enjoy something. They say it's about to rain.
I know, but you know what? It's going to be some days like that. It is. You got to go to the bad before you get to the good.
All right, Queen. I appreciate you for tapping in. We got Brother Love before we run the break. Brother Love. How you doing, Brother Love?
Hey, how's it going, T-Lo, man?
Hey, how you doing, Brother Love? What song
T-Lo
best describes you right now?
Right now, my mood is it go like, "Don't get me started." It's Gideon. Gideon called 20s.
Gideon?
Don't get me started. Yes, I spend my 20s on you. Yeah, Gideon.
Gideon 20s.
Yeah, and it goes with my theme song for the summer too. Sexy Red and Bruno Mars, Fat, Juicy, and Wet.
Okay.
Every time I hear it, man, it makes my thing.
When it get hot outside, you think about that. That's it get you in the mood.
It makes my thing hard.
Oh, wow. All right. Hey. All right, Brother Love. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not playing Fat, Juicy, and Wet.
Hey, here we go. Brother Love, here we go. What song is this? This the song he initially
20s.
said? 20s? Yeah. Okay. Brother Love, this is Brother Love's song that describes him. And on that note, we got another caller. We got somebody who's like let's see who that is. We got another somebody. Then we're gonna try to get them before we run the break. But I got some people in the chat. Snoop Dogg, Sensual Seduction. We got the Voltron theme song from Christopher. Who else? We got a couple more in the chat before we move on. I thought I saw something else in the chat. Flash by Gordon. Flash Gordon theme. Progressive Progress says Flash Gordon theme. Flash Gordon theme. Hey, all right, well, when we come back, we'll be joined on the lines by advocate Arthur Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Fat, juicy, and wet.
don't even cookie so good, make me throw up a set. That good kitty, making my pet. Pretty, top of good, you ain't never gonna forget. Fat, juicy, and wet.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tired of hearing no from other banks? No to a loan? No to a checking account? Just no? At Brewery Credit Union, they find ways to say yes. Yes to second chances. Yes to rebuilding credit. Yes to helping you save, borrow, and thrive. Work with your credit specialist and move your financial life forward. Brewery Credit Union, Milwaukee's best place to borrow and save. Visit brewerycu.com. That is brewerycu.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey there, did you hear? There are still spots open for Girl Scout Summer Camp 2025.
Whether you're into water activities, arts and crafts, sports and games, exploring nature, or even horseback riding, there's a camp just for you.
Choose from GSY's day camps, overnight camps, community day camps, or Camp Hero.
Bring a friend and get ready for a summer full of adventure, friendship, and leadership.
Register today and let's make this the best summer ever, Girl Scout style.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Carrie Noni with her truth.
You know, sometimes the mundane isn't a burden, it's the beauty of living. I came to this conclusion after recently watching the movie Subservience on Netflix. It's a crazy film, y'all. I would suggest you check it out. But it's a story that explores our relationship with technology and how it's programmed to take our burdens away. This movie really got me thinking about how much we're wired to avoid struggle. We create tools and shortcuts to make life easier, whether it's robots, apps, or even outsourcing everyday tasks. But in the process, we risk forgetting the value of the little things we go through every day. Sure, folding laundry or grocery shopping might feel like chores. I literally dread cleaning up. But isn't there something grounding about them? Something that reminds us we're human. Life isn't just about the highlights or the easy parts. It's about the messy, repetitive, and sometimes inconvenient stuff too. Think about it. Who would you be if you didn't have to face the small frustrations that test your patience, or the routines that push you to show up for yourself or the people around you? The mundane moments, the ones we rush to escape, are often the ones that shape us. If life was nothing but convenience, where's the growth? Where's the grit that teaches us resilience? And most importantly, where's the appreciation for the moments that do take our breath away? So maybe the next time you find yourself annoyed by the daily grind and are on the brink of crashing out, you pause, you breathe, and remind yourself that the beauty of life isn't just in the big moments, but in every little thing that makes them possible.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to Jammin' with Juice with Ben Jammin and Carrie Noni weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Actively Black is a growing athleisure clothing brand focusing specifically on the tastes and styles of people of color. And it's owned and operated by former college basketball star Lanny Smith. I talked with Lanny, and he expressed to me how important it is for him to use his platform to reinvest in underserved communities. Through the brand and his Active Faith initiative, he's put together several local events for communities, including ones focused on mental health.
We did one at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood for Inglewood, residents. That was very powerful. When you think about how much mental health is talked about now, a lot of people miss out on the fact that there are a lot of people who don't have access to that. You know what I'm saying? So just even being able to have events like that to give that access to people who lack it is amazing.
Actively Black also has a special focus on healthier food access and HBCUs. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snime. The Milwaukee Brewers won their fourth game in a row. This one a 6-5 win in extra innings over the Boston Red Sox. An off day today for the Brew Crew. They'll resume action on Friday night in Philadelphia. Over to the NBA, where the Oklahoma City Thunder punched their ticket to the NBA Finals with the 124-94 win over the Minnesota Timberwolves. They win that series 4-1. They'll await the winner between the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks. Game 5 between those two teams set for this evening at 7 p.m. And lastly, over to the NFL, where the Green Bay Packers resumed OTAs in Green Bay. Head coach Matt LaFleur remaining optimistic about receiver Christian Watson rehabbing from an ACL tear.
Christian's doing outstanding. I would say he's ahead of schedule, but I'm not a doctor, I'm not medical staff, so we'll see where he's at. But I don't really anticipate anything too long-term with any of these guys.
This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Remember, FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth, Tory Lowe Show, DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Joining me on the lines is advocate author Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Salute, King. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Hey, we got the Sade Robinson, Maxwell Anderson trial going on right now, and I was just sent something from the Robinson family lawyer dealing with the fact that they tried to bring up the drugs that was found in a safe in her house. I want to read that right quick so we can get what the lawyer's trying to say to the community out here. This is from the Robinson family lawyer. It goes, the drugs in the safe have no bearing on who murdered her and how she was murdered. There were no drugs found in her body. There were no drugs found in the vehicle, and any drugs that were found were never tested by the crime lab to prove they were an illicit substance. There were no drugs found anywhere that would make this case in any way relatable to some drugs found in a safe in her house. The most important thing that was found in her house was DNA to prove who she was. As far as her character, there's been multiple testimonies to show she was motivated, she was a motivated, good person who fed the homeless out of her own pocket and was dedicated to her family. This information is shocking to her family and insulting to her memory. Her mother and father are physically and emotionally suffering right now, so the focus must remain on the real issues at hand. Who murdered Sade Robinson and how was she murdered? Who burnt her car? Who committed arson and why did they commit arson? This is from the attorney representing Robinson, the Robinson family.
Wow.
Wow.
I want to send, all the love to the family and the community, and I want to send the lion's energy to the attorney, okay? Because, again, that's one thing that we've been seeing over the years, that usually when you have, individuals coming into our city, like from New York and, representing certain things, usually the people that we have representing us cower. Like, when it comes to representing certain things, one thing for sure and two for certain, that they always find a way to try to dehumanize Black people. The sad part is this playbook has played out. what really needs to be, we need to be paying attention to was the killer and what was in the killer's house. You know, and how the police and everybody failed when it came to breaking down exactly what was going on, how the family members had to go to his house, how the house was able to be sold. Okay? It was so many balls that was dropped. And I would just want to send encouragement to the family and our community. We know how this works. And whatever they're trying to do to diminish or unhumanize Sade, we know who she was. And the sad reality about everything that we know is the fact that she's no longer here, that she had body parts that were being found throughout the city, and that we need to stay focused, because what they want to do is get us emotional. Because, again, where our attention goes, the energy flows. And we need to keep our attention on getting justice for her. What I was talking about yesterday, when you know who you are, when you know who your loved one was, don't give life to the negativity of what they're trying to do. Because when they're trying to reel you in emotionally, that's a play. That's a play to get you distracted so they can continue to do what it is they do and sway you away, not to care about what took place. I wouldn't give a damn what she had in her safe at her house. That was her business. I could care less. What I do know is she's no longer here. What we do know is she went on a date with him and never returned. So we have to stay focused. And that's my focus. And I want to see if their attorney going to keep the same energy when it comes to representing this heinous murderer. Because that we need to know who he is, how long he's been able to do this, how he's been able to move around and strip his life, because he is on trial for the dismemberment of her. So just keep our focus, community, family. I send you love, light, positivity, and peace. And we just need to stay focused on knowing what we know and the fact that we can't give no energy to the BS that they're trying to throw out here to keep us, on this rat wheel of not being able to see through the smoke and mirrors. We got to stay focused.
And the thing is, like I said earlier in the show, like, I'll tell you this, the narratives, like I said, this whole week, people are going to be upset because the people the defense attorney, their job is to poke holes and create doubt. And we got a ton of things going on at the same time. We got a situation where a woman was dismembered. We got a situation where she was going out on and dating, going on a date with somebody, and this took place. And then they want to focus on what's in her safe in her house that was locked up. You know what I mean? See, I'll say this. We got to keep the story where it need to be on Maxwell Anderson and who burnt the car. Why did they burn the car? What are they trying to cover up? And, the evidence at hand and what we can see or what they were able to gather, because I'll tell you this, her character is not on trial in the public.
Period.
Her murder is on trial.
Absolutely. And his character is on trial because he was the last one to see her alive. So the reality for me, that's what we need to be focusing on. Again, we know the games that they play in the court system. We know what they're trying to do. And again, they also know the power that we have and the frequency that we have, that if we get caught up in the hogwash, that they can slide something else in, but we're not falling for it. The playbook been played, And we're going to stand 10 toes down on making sure that we get justice and expose the monster. Because he was the last one to see her alive. He went on a date with him. Okay? So that's what we're going to keep our focus.
Also, Elizabeth Brown, Truth Nation want to know what song best describes Elizabeth Brown right now. What song? One song.
That's it. I'm living my life like it's golden.
Hey. Why this song, Elizabeth Brown?
Taking my freedom.
Inquiry minds want to know.
Hey, I'm living my life like it's golden, like Jill said, taking my freedom off the shelf. When you realize that the only oppression is really that mental oppression, that you put on yourself because they told you you couldn't do this, and you couldn't do that, and you can't do this, and you can't do that. When you take it off the shelf, that's in your mind. You spin everything else. You're living life like it's golden. Even the darkest days make the days that I seen sunlight brighter, because every day is not going to be a good day. But every move that I make, even if the day wasn't good, the process in which I went about handling that day is going to be great. So I'm living my life like it's golden.
That sounded powerful. We also got some songs in the chat. 0176 says Getting by Norman Brown. 6276 says When We Move. Common featuring Black Star. When We Move. Common featuring Black Star. 1638 says God by Young Jeezy. And I think we got something else in here. I thought I saw one more. Okay, I guess I thought I saw one more, but that was it. A lot of people chiming in. Oh, there we go. 7285 says, mine is Akon, Beautiful.
Yeah, that too. You know what I'm saying? Again, where our attention go, the energy flows, and I'm telling you, like, we're able to manifest what it is that we're feeling, and it's time for us to stop feeling the negativity. It's time for us to unalive the negativity and give life and give birth to positivity. It's time to live. It's time to be free. It's time to put your best foot forward because it's a beautiful time that we're in, A lot of things that we survived took other people out, So the worst of situations made the best of where I'm at right now. So, salute to my past, salute to the trauma, I just give life in the moment right now because, to complain is to lay down and die, and I refuse to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only life from this point forward. So
that sounding powerful. Hey, look, when we come back, I want to get your final thoughts on the show today, Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation. Unfortunately, violence is on the rise in Milwaukee, and this is a problem which impacts us all. Please join me and the Truth team on Saturday, July 12th from 9 a.m. to noon for our third annual Walk Against Violence supported by 1MKE. Enough is enough. Now it's time to bring an end to senseless violence in our community. To join our Walk Against Violence on Saturday, July 12th, visit truthwalkagainstviolence.com to sign up today.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. There's no better time to upgrade your windows and doors than right now, because you can get up to 6 years of 0% financing at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Yes, no interest for up to 72 months, and the full Pella experience is always included. That means the Pella team is with you from start to finish. They don't disappear after the work is done. Set up your free in-home consultation. You commit to nothing at this point. A Pella design expert will listen to your vision and then present the different colors, sizes, and customizations needed to make that vision a reality. It can feel overwhelming to consider what feels like limitless possibilities, but Pella's design team can help narrow those options down for you to create that dream upgrade. Hurry! Get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Certain restrictions apply, and the deal ends May 31st, 2025. So visit PellaWI.com today.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Immerse yourself in a place where bold ideas are sought after, where all are encouraged to bring their personal flourish. Here, innovation is a way of life. In this city, the beat flows. Together, we're dancing to the rhythm, forward. Now, it's your turn to grab hold of that energy, where you'll remember not just the meals, the celebrations, or the uncommon coast. What you'll remember is how we made you feel. Come experience Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
No matter how rough that road, far you go, take it easy and live life slow. Through all the highs and lows, stay 10 toes down like you're digging for gold. God, thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day,
Calling all black-owned businesses, owners and entrepreneurs. Are you looking to share your story and grow your reach? We have teamed up with Associated Bank. Our black-owned business give back. Each quarter, 4 lucky business owners will win an opportunity to spotlight their brand and journey right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. To sign up for the Business Spotlight interviews, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure right here on The Truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank member FDIC, Elizabeth Brown. Let me get your final thoughts on the show today.
Again, it's a beautiful day. Hey, I mean, I'm just grateful, I send positive energy, love, light, and prosperity to each and every last one of the families inside our community, those of us that are going through, those of us that have been through, those of us that are currently in a space and time where we don't know or we're standing in some darkness and we can't see the light. I'm telling you, the light, the sun will shine again. The day will done. Tomorrow will be better. And when you wake up with intention, great things come with it. So keep fighting. We working.
All right, Queen. Look, as usual, we appreciate you for being on these front lines, girl.
Absolutely.
And we got a lot of work to do. Queen.
Hey, Let's get it, Kings. One love.
All right, I'll talk to you soon. All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Queen. All right, talk it up from Waterfall. Green don't always mean go. Let's get it.
Hey, salute to everybody that joined the show today, that added to the content. Whether they called on the lines, hit the talk to text, or you know how we get down in the chat. The chat got his own thing. The chat, I'm trying to tell you, if y'all ain't visit the chat, y'all need to get in the chat because the chat is definitely going to holler back. I appreciate everybody for tapping into the show out there in Radio Land. Keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go, and look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.
Go and put your hands up. In times is how you stand up.